Get a phone call, say she calling me from New York, and she want me pick she up in at the airport. Say she will be reaching in a few hours. She am my baby girl, so me no dig no horrors. Well, pretty soon I will be picking you up. In the meantime, love for a girl we so what? To we in at the bathroom, well love up. Upon me door, me ear knock, 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 boy. When me look, me see the door open wide. It's my girlfriend who step inside, thinking she calling from New York all the while, but was a telephone call from outside. Girl, you got some time in, telling people I don't care about you, girl. Wrong time in. If it stay with your mother, wanna catch me with you. Wrong time in. I be ready to tell people, girl, that I don't love you like wrong time in. Whoa.
It's not unusual to see the people jumping, see them misbehaving when it's carnival. Them big flags waving from left to right, they swaying. Everybody waving something not unusual at all. So when I reach on the stage, make a flag start to wave and get in a rage. Start to misbehave, just jump and wave and jump and wave and jump and wave and jump and wave and display some display. Show me your colors, display. Put them up in the sky. I want to see everybody put up something to beautify. Show me your colors, display. Put them up in the back, in the front. Do what the hell you want. It's not unusual to see on Juve morning, old and young partying. You can't stop them at all. They chip into the music they're playing when the beat drop passing and having a ball. So when you reach on the stage and the flag start to wave and you get in a rage, start to misbehave, just jump and wave and jump and wave and jump and wave and jump and wave and display some this.
Back to the future.
Stage 2, while I'm going through your what's a stage, fire stage, youth stage, raga stage. I'm going through a different stage of life. Oh yeah, wet stage, license stage, raga stage, Mona stage. I'm going through a different
Back to the future.
head and I'm going up in
Back to
Virginia.
the future.
Because I love Virginia. The outer skirts and the interior. I don't care if I get lost. I'm going up in Virginia. I'm gonna live in Virginia. I'm gonna walk in Virginia. I'm gonna wine in Virginia. In Virginia. Up in Virginia. Up in Virginia. Up in Virginia. Ay, 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 ay. Up in Virginia. Up in Virginia. Up in Virginia.
Bring the rhythm, bring the rhythm, bring the rhythm, bring the rhythm. Beat a rhythm posse, beat a rhythm posse. We jump up in the banana game. Beat a rhythm posse, beat a rhythm posse. We jump up on the road again. Jam the rhythm, 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 jam the rhythm. Come past the show them how to jam. Follow me and lick it in, lick it in. Beat a boom jump or an iron band. Fall in line and lick it in, lick it in. If a iron band, if a steel band, if a boom jump, if a rhythm band, if a battle.
Back to the future.
Massive. It's rhythm you want. It's rhythm you get. Watch this now. No melody, no harmony, no nice refrain to mess with your brain. No guitar licks, no fancy mix, no running bass to confuse your waist. That's what you want. That's what you getting. 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 Now jump up and behave bad. Just party like if you're mad. Put something high in the air and party like you don't care. Now jump up and behave bad. Just party like if you're mad. Put something high in the air and party like you don't care. That's what you want. That's what you getting. That's what you want. That's what you getting. Now jump up and whine. Push back and whine. Go down and whine. Come back up and whine. Jump up and whine. Push back and whine.
Back to the future.
Come back up and whine. Oh. Come back up and whine. 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 Come back up and whine.
This rhythm like oil, season your brain, hot like hellfire, just to drive you insane. Forget all your worries, forget all your cares. Easy tension, I come out to play. I'm ready to get on bad, I'm ready to mash up the yard.
future. Back to the future.
Old age now run you and your body looking sexy. Walk it up, baby, walk it up. If you think that you have it and you really want to flirt it, walk it up, baby, walk it up. Cause you have one life, so live it and you better enjoy it. Walk it up, baby, walk it up. Cause if you study people nowadays, you ain't reaching no way. Walk it up, baby, walk it up. I say, oh daddy, fiddle me, say sweet daddy, too low. Walk it up, baby, walk it up. Some of them young girls nowadays, them nah no taste, so walk it up, baby, walk it up, walk it up.
Real piss, Shady, real piss. As we head back to the future. Hold on. Where is he at? Give it. Where we at there? We're at the top. Alright, it's 7 o'clock in SVG and Eastern Caribbean. Let's go to the top and come right back as we get into the power hour right here on OMG in the morning. It's Wednesday morning. It's We Don't Care Wednesday. We don't give two dams on a Wednesday morning. Let's go.
Boom 1069 is trending.
Turn up the music, turn down the light.
Blazing on the air at 1069 FM.
What does this button do? Lord, have mercy.
On your phone or device at tunein.com. Or on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Boom SVG 1069. Boom. On OMG in the morning with the real Batman Big and DJ Shady.
I expect nobody at all. It's all night loving, got my night expect nobody. My night expect nobody at all. Boy, let's get together, take a vacay. Some Paris Hammond on the speakers playing the rock away. Under the moonlight, pour some expensive wine. We gonna love each other good, no time to waste no time. Let me love that's something you not ready for. But like a temper man, you're different than a regular. I would it tell you, say my love, man, I press trigger. Look ya, baby, if my tell you, say you are my first love, would you believe? May I forgive it to you, cause you saved me from the streets. But life would be without you, can't begin to imagine. I'll if you make me doubt you, me just feel me, I go love you same way. Let's get married, done with the play dates. Next 10 years, do it with the same place. Now I sell you out this type of love, no exchange. Respect you to the fullest, I'm gonna make you feel no way. My heart I yearn, but you already know that. Fight for you like the Navy, I'm your little soldier. You give me everything, my one boy, you never will back. Come make me fall in love again.
Baby, it is obvious that I'm in love with you, girl. Heart's been racing, I've been waiting just to see you. Baby, it is obvious that I'm in love with you, girl. Heart's been racing, I've been waiting just to see you.
Make with us be honest, you be. None of your ex no love you better than me. How much time I tell you say your body that leave. Every time I visit your girl, me don't want to leave. Ready for entry, your body not flaws. Would even touch it and she give me her heart. That for sure you say I me I live in her thoughts. Whenever she want it, I me she go call. Because she and I know. Say that's something they are my own. Tell you coulda cuss until your voice was. I'ma feel there with you till my eyes close. You feel so much she them my own. I move like she don't like close. The body they are my own.
Every time, every ways, every day, but there's nothing about you. Yes. Guess I could make you feel like you want to cry. Girl, me just love how me and you connect like a Wi-Fi. Your secret safe with me, a freak in a try. The feel for me show you on my side. Cock up your on me, yeah. Fling up your on me, yeah. Me put it like password. Then me put it so hard, bro. You for too much away, yeah. You pick good on me if it's straight, yeah. Girl, me done any plaster. You are good at why you last first. She said, babes, oh, babe, this time not to pay for. You should have seen her face, my face. Which I tears for. Down. She said that feels so good, tears come. Down. Girl so good, she fall like rain come. Down. She said she want me to sink it way down. Rub down her wall, until them tear down. Girl, when me done with you might cripple. Bet you never ride another bicycle. This will be too early go. Kitty whip cream for me a icicle. No next man, no question. No clean so no protection. She start running, she see it expand. Say it out like a hex. Cock up your palm me, yeah. Fling up your palm me, yeah. Me put it in like password. Then me put it so hard, bro. You for too much away, yeah. You could have me if it's straight, yeah. Girl, me done any
OMG in the morning.
You are gonna
Morning.
your last word.
We up ya, free up ya. Balenciaga from the structure. Do them cabus.
Come shady, come shady.
Hey, yeah. Fiesta.
Say good morning, shady, and say it like if you have hair on your chest. I don't need your arm. Yes, that's how I like to hear you. That's how I like to hear you sing in the morning. And morning, man. It sound like Boat Alexander Day. You gotta speak like a big man. Don't sound like Boat. You know, Boat just talk like if somebody kick him in his groins. Big strapping man like he. You see that boy being on that radio station down there? I just can't deal with him, Yeah, so you gotta speak up. Don't sound like him. It's early in the morning. Hey, good morning, Allison. Good morning, Sonia Charles. Good morning to you. Hey, wow, Jackie Maynard. Good morning to you. Bonadette. Good morning to you, darling. Highly flavored child, good morning to you. Winston, morning, buddy. Glenda McIntosh, good morning. Walkman, good morning. Boy, yeah. I ain't gonna get sure, but I gonna see how much I can get you. Hey, the Cutlass will be with us in a bit, alright? Sachin, good morning to you. All the way in Guyana. Yeah. Sachin, all the way in the thing, boy. Finally. Yeah, you know what thing I'm speaking about?
Cricket.
Which cricket? What the Guyana team name? No. Speak up. Don't sound like.
I can't remember.
You can't. You gotta speak up. Right? Don't sound like bot. Guyana Warriors, man. Warrior Nation. They finally won the thing. Yes, Action. Good morning to you, and congratulations to you guys. Hey, bot. Morning to you, buddy. Blessings to you and your family too, bot. Except Shady, say. Except Shady. Blessings to me and my family, except Shady, say. Shady still have this big in this back thingy. I don't know. Yeah. Tonya, Gunny, Christopher, as usual, Stoops. And what the hell is wrong with Tonya? Tonya, you need a life, darling. Hey, what? Two things you need in your life. You need a life, and you need a real bad man like me in your life. What is it? What tells she? Huh?
Pastor.
Tanya said she only tuned in here to look at and to hear Pastor. Tanya is one horrible individual, but Tanya said she want Pastor to baptize her. Tanya, you horrible. Jacqueline, good morning to you. Hey, Raspo, morning. Morning, Raspo. Yes, good morning to you too. Yeah, Tanya's my girl, you know. Tanya, darling, you know I love you, right? Tanya, if I had to make a choice between you and, let me see, which of the other women in them who love me? Which of the 16? I'm going to take all of them except you. Tanya, so I heard that your party going to be having town hall meeting next month. We're saying I should encourage all of you LP people and them to go and protest. All of you LP people and them in New York City and Brooklyn, go and protest Tanya meeting next month. Go and do like what it is to all of you. Go in the hall. Tanya said that the Prime Minister came to Brooklyn, right? This is a serious conversation I had with Tanya. I am not kidding you. Shady, you know we don't lie around here, right?
Of course we don't.
We don't. Two things we don't do in here. What we don't do in here? We don't do.
We don't lie about the little things.
We don't lie about the little things, and we don't cheat, right? Tanya said the Prime Minister came to New York City, right? And of course, you know the Prime Minister go up to the United Nations every end of September, middle of September time, the first week in September, where the United Nations meet, and he delivers his United Nations message, as all world leaders will do, well, except Taiwan, and who's not a member of the United Nations, right? So Tanya said, well, before I get to what Tanya said, normally when the Prime Minister go to the United Nations, he would have a town hall meeting, right? So yesterday I'm talking to Tanya though. So I'm saying, Tanya, did you go to the town hall meeting? Hey Tanya, what town hall meeting? What town hall meeting? He could have town hall meeting. He come here and he hide. He go in a basement. Gans, Tanya say you carry the Prime Minister to have a town hall meeting in a basement. Gans, please tell me that is not true. Please tell me, please. Gans, please tell me that. Wait. You know, when Tanya told me so, I had to roll. I dropped down. I couldn't believe Tanya. Tanya was telling me that. They hide them because they know. Well, hear what I'm telling. Gans and all you other ULP people, when Tanya and the NDP people and them having a town hall meeting. They said they're going to be up there for the 8th. That is what I was told by Tanya. If I lie after Tanya. Right? That the 8th NDP is going to have a town hall meeting in Brooklyn, New York City. Right? I said, Tanya, I hope all of you all the people them come out and protest all you. How dare you have the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines? I hope it's like you lying and you just not you Tanya say them ain't advertised no meeting. Tanya, what is wrong with you? You sick, horrible person. You see what you're saying on the live there? You read the live. Read what Tanya said on the Facebook live. If all they don't believe me, go on the Facebook live. Come on. All they come in quick. Yeah, come in quick. All they come in quick. Come in quick. You see what Tanya said. Tanya said, them ain't advertised no meeting. Bonnet said, if you sending ULP people to NDP thing, they may just be convinced to vote the NDP. Wait. All they killing me here. Jackie said he not popular anymore. Who is he? Who he you speaking of? Tana said we want them to come out and listen to the crap them government doing. Well, Jeffrey, let me don't even talk about what Jeffrey said. Jeffrey said we can't get into ULP meeting. Dance does block us. So Gantz just block us and call police. Gantz don't do that. So Gantz, you rocket Vincent Chance from going to a meeting of the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, other Vincent Chance, and you just call the police. Gantz, you just do. Boy, I tell you, hey, listen to me. Hey, St. Vincent and Vincent Chance is not a real place and they're not real people, you know. Wherever they go, they're in Brooklyn and they fight it up the two. They fight it up the two. Jeffrey, I don't believe you. I do not believe you. Tanya said, we're bringing up Zion to end the Pitong Hall meeting. Wait. Zion, I have visa. Zion, I go to NDP meeting, town hall meeting too. So I heard the list of people who are going to be in the town hall meeting, the NDP town hall meeting is Dr. Friday, Cummins, Lavon, Major, and now I'm hearing Zanai going to be the town hall meeting.
Which one is Lavon?
Huh?
Which one is Lavon?
Who Lavon you think is going to be town hall meeting? Come on, man. Why you be so? Why is be so, man? Lavon King, the public relations officer. Yeah, you read the thing, read the screen, watch the screen. Yeah, and Zaydai. Zaydai going to mash up the whole of Brooklyn now, right? And they say they can't stop Zaydai from singing what you want to sing up there. That's what they're saying. God is my friend, so I don't need to lie on him. Somebody else. That's what they say. Oh, Tanya said no major, they don't want major. Tanya said they don't want major. No major. What? What are they saying? Oh, they don't want major? Wait. The NDP New York party saying they don't want major. They don't want major come. They say Lavon King, Lavon Phillips, Chevon, Cummins, and Dr. Friday only. No major, they want major. oh, Lavon Velox. Okay. What is this at all? What's going on there? Something ain't songing right. Something ain't songing right in the NDP party. Something not song right. So this is the New York-based NDP party that we talking to on the live. Come on the Facebook live. You can see the bacchanal going on here. They say Lavon King, Lavon Velox, Chevron Cummins and Dr. Friday only. They say no major. No major. Another person come on and say Lavon Velox, Senator John. Another person say, and then they're coming to Toronto. Then they say Lavon Velox. What is it? One time Gans try set the Secret Service on we, but the police stop them and tell us to protest. Somebody help me here, please. Please, when the cutlass say, come quick, please. Come, please. Just need crowd. Just need a crowd. What going on here on the live? All they go on the live, all they go see the back of the line going on here. Wait. Winston say, we not one major. Tanya speaking for herself. What's that? Oh, Jefferson Major not on the flyer. So we're really going on here. Something wrong. Something not going. Something ain't something right here. We got to figure this thing out. I know Dove, the man who will have all the right information. Dove, who come into the meeting really? Because Dove are hearing they want major. Come, Dove is saying I doing what I do best. I protest. So you protest at the NDP meeting too, Dove? Oh Jesus! Wait, let me take the whole thing mash up now. All I said was good morning, you know. That is all I said. All I said was good morning to all the people on the live. Now they're going to blame me for causing confusion in the party. What a time. See, this is not a real place, Vincent. It's not a real people. They're going to blame me now for causing confusion in the party. There we go. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. How are you?
Good morning, my brother. How are you? I'm doing very well. How about you?
Well, when I hear you, because I know sometime last year you came a few days and you disappeared and seemed like if God is blessing you, and I hope that you continue to thank Him for your help. God bless you. But I'm saying here, I hope that you understand that last election, the people of St. Vincent spoke. In front of me, I have a document. 32,900 persons voted for the NDP and 32,400 voted for Gonsalves. And I'm saying this to say that the majority of people want change. Don't make NDP sound like this. And then again, I know you like to make a joke, but let me make it clear. I've done my assessment.
I am just reading what the people are saying.
No, well, let me say this. Let me tell people the reality on the ground.
These are NDP people. These are NDP people that are speaking.
Yeah, but let me say the reality on the ground. Let me say that because I could start 1 second holding quote. I do we survey on all the 15 constituencies. And the people of the Grenadines are very, very hot. They say making it up, I could prove it in front of a court. I have documents, I know the people, I could text, I could call, send them to you.
Grenadines people are hot?
Are very hot. And I don't know if do you know the stats for the Grenadines? Let me give you 20. Let me give you the last election. Northern Grenadines, 2,123 persons voted for the NDP and 458 voted for the ULP. Southern Grenadines in Dr. Gonsalves in Dr. Friday constituency, 1,153 and 559 for the ULP. The people of the Grenadines have always given the support to James Mitchell, and that is who they, because we put a stick, but they're saying we don't see Dr. Friday. They say, Hammy, when we try to reach him, he doesn't, we meet him most of the time on the boat, he goes on the other side of the boat. And they're saying that is unacceptable. And what has happened to the Grenadines people? They're giving their heart into for change. They're not voting for Friday alone. They're voting that they could get a new government, a new system where they could get back democracy. Because the Grenadines people are literally targeted. And so don't make it sound like people overseas want Friday. Because the reality, when I do my report, my assessment, most people...
So who they want?
Well, I'm saying not having. Most people say they prefer liquor, although I disagree with it. Most people say that they prefer liquor. Most people who gave Dr. Friday...
Why you disagree?
About Dr. Friday?
You said most people say liquor, but you disagree with that. Why?
Because one of the problems, I spoke to him many times. And he, let me put it this way. I did an assessment from a lady, I can't call her name. She said, Hammy, I am from Mr. Liquor constituency. And she said, Hammy, there are two things I'm hurting about. I gave him my support. And she said, one thing, you're not seeing him this time on the ground. She said, I live there, I know what I'm telling you. He said he used to be on the ground before, but this time, not seeing on the ground as this is what she's saying. And that is how I would know. You can't know, we can't know unless we go to the people. But she said there's another thing. Every time you hear him, he is either giving kudos to a port or giving some kudos for $95 million visit and making excuses for the ULP. And she said,
You're speaking about Major Leacock? Is Major Leacock you're talking about?
Major Leacock, I'm saying that. But let me say to you, most people believe that he is a fighter. And because one of the good things about him, he is on the ground. Literally more than any other politician, he and Daniel Cummins. And they go to their constituency. And if we had that in Western George. But then here you have the Great Friday, who took over from Arnon Youssef, who said he was going to do better. What happened? He lost Patel's seat. So while you were talking about people in the people would prefer Leacock to come up rather than Friday. I'm talking about that. And don't make Friday look like it's Friday's some kind of great person. Friday's a loser, and he's going to join us on the election too.
Okay,
and the quicker he comes out the party, the better for the country.
Oh, Lord, Mr. Hamilton.
No, I'm talking the truth. I'm talking to people. What the people
that
say.
Is your truth. That is your truth. You speak.
That's what the people saying on the ground.
You said okay. All right, Mr. Hamilton. You have a
Love
good
you, my brother. Have yourself a wonderful
remember,
day.
remember Jesus love you, eh? And don't forget to vote.
Good morning, Shady. How are you, buddy?
I mean, I woke up in such a great mood this morning.
Shady?
I woke up in such a good mood
I
this
am told,
morning.
right, that you were one of you and Bing each got a prime grant. Remember before elections we had prime grants? I don't know if we had them after elections too, but I know before we had
Prime
them.
grant. Oh, the
Prime,
money
no,
thing of them. The money thing of them.
And to do things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't me and Shady.
It'd be interesting to get a
It's
report to
Shady
see.
and St. Vincent Drake.
Oh, okay. I thought you
know
got
St.
one
Vincent
too.
Drake. St. Vincent Drake.
Because what the next
St.
step
Vincent
I
Drake.
wanted
With
to
him
know.
again. Pan Boss. Yeah.
Rodney Small.
Yeah.
All right.
You help him
What
out,
would
you
be
help him out.
interesting to know is how was that money spent? What did anybody actually do anything useful of all?
How much trickled down in the economy?
Of the 100
really?
people who got these grants, or 200 or 50 or how many ever, how many of them used that money and are still in business today? That would be interesting to know. But let's assume this all went well.
COVID did come right after two.
So
no,
so
that
COVID
was just
took the
before.
money?
No. I think
It was before COVID.
It was before COVID.
Yeah.
I see. So COVID took the
all
money.
I was looking at
So COVID took the money.
COVID took the money.
So COVID took the money.
Yeah, COVID took the money. What you want to say?
COVID
Why don't you
no,
just
yeah,
say a
COVID
bad
just
spend?
come right
Why
after.
don't you just
Put
say a
aside
bad
the money.
spend?
Yeah,
You bad spend the money,
I
and you ain't do nothing with it.
I didn't get.
Admit that you bad spend them. But here's the next good thing, buddy. On top of which you
Will you
got that
come in
money.
and justify by saying COVID took the money?
I didn't say that.
That's what you just said. You lying.
That's what he
you
said.
You stand up in front
That's
of us
what he
and
said.
you lying about that.
But first of all, we also need to congratulate the Bingster, otherwise known as Cruz, for good reason.
Don't tell people.
Oh, okay. Bing anyway, right? The Bingster, okay? The Bingster needs to be congratulated because I am being reassured by Medium Red that the Bingster is now a star on the ULP website.
Really?
Yeah, or Facebook link or whatever. He said you are now a star on the ULP. So I want to
But that's
congratulate
not,
you, buddy.
you just be a star.
Anyway, I'm a star sometimes. Let's go back to Prime for a second, all right? Because I'm excited about Prime. I'm excited that in Glen, you know Glen, right?
Yeah.
An area where I walk through occasionally, which is not far from where I
Glen
live.
is where the wall, the Great Wall fell.
No, that's up above.
Maybe
Maybe she's up above. Okay, you clearly don't know your
The
geography.
king in waiting.
For a man who allegedly
That's
lived
the
in
king in waiting.
Anyway, the point is,
King in
the
waiting
government built a
constituency.
whole pile of shops.
Well, that's the $5 thing on them.
And you, Shady, since you're a recipient of the Prime Grant, and you, Bing, as also a recipient of the Prime Grant, can now pay $5 a month rent. $5 a month rent for a storage space to do your own business. Sounds great, right? More freeness. Wonderful. $5 a month. On top of which, Bing, if you are among the fortunate few, I have been told that you might get a SVG tuk-tuk.
A what?
A tuk-tuk.
What's a tuk-tuk?
I don't know. That idiot, Medium Red, told me that you can get as a recipient
You
of
sure you didn't mean a talk shop?
a tuk-tuk, which apparently is some kind of bike or bicycle or motorbike
bike?
or something.
Oh, that
so
you
that
pedal-
if your
pedal with the
business is
engine.
mobile, you have received money for Prime, Shady, and you have a mobile business, you're a DJ, you have to carry your stuff around with you on your back. You apparently can also get a bike to go to where you need to
In
go
addition
to run your
to the
business.
Prime.
In addition to the $5 tuck shop. Now, don't shoot the messenger here. I'm only repeating what Medium Red advised me is the situation, right? So if anything, shoot him. Don't shoot me. All right?
this is a
But I
dog.
think this is wonderful. Now, in principle, this all sounds great. Agreed? But how long is the $5 lease for? How is that fair to other people who are trying to start businesses?
Last
You see,
time
there's always
asked
pros and
about
cons to
how
everything.
thing going get prefer. Me asking.
No, I'm simply saying that you need to be careful.
I am not asking any question around here
why are you
in
afraid to
front
ask
of this
for? Why? I
microphone.
could-
I am not asking.
You could
I
ask,
am not asking
but the
anybody
problem
no
I didn't have a
question in
problem with
front
you
of
asking
this
the
microphone
question.
again.
The
okay?
problem I have with you is when somebody turns around and answers you, you don't want to hear the answer. You don't want to listen because you've already decided. Is this a prime recipient with a tuck on the line? Apparently not. There was not a prime recipient with a tuck.
So
$5
no, but
shops
that
too?
is serious. That is serious. I read about the
I don't know
$5 shop.
about the tuk-tuk thing.
I read
really
about the
don't.
$5
I know the
shop.
$5 shop because we saw Camilo announcing it.
So
But we really have to think these things through, you know. How long is that $5 thing for? Is it fair to other people who want to start businesses, right?
Yeah, and people
We
who
have to
already
be-
have businesses.
People already, you know, we have to be, you know, a little bit conscious sometimes that and the way in which we help people. And I don't mind if you say, oh, it's for a year to help them get
You
started.
ain't think we can't just about his vote?
It's just an interesting thing, I thought. Tuck. I need to know more about the tuck. If somebody out there
I
knows
sent
about the
you a
tuck,
song last
call us.
night. Is it loaded yet? Yes, sir. I sent you a link for a song last night. Is it loaded as yet?
No is the answer.
I only get the audio.
Good morning.
It's just the audio I want. I want the other. Okay, hold
Good
on.
morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, guys. Morning.
Morning, Bones.
Bones, did you get a prime loan and then you getting a $5 tuck
No,
on a thing with it?
What you talking about? If I was in government,
It's in your damn constituency. What's wrong with you?
No.
And you don't know what's going on in your constituency? This is the trouble with these foreigners, big.
Wait.
Operatives, these foreign operatives. Huh?
If I was in government, I don't need a salary. Listen, you know what a tuk-tuk? A tuk-tuk is one of 3-wheel thing in India. That is level.
Oh, you see, I know somebody can help us. Yeah.
Wrong the tongue.
Around the tongue. So, Bones, is it true that people are being given these things also?
I don't know. It's like the one the guy in tongue that the guy got one. There's one I see St. Vincent.
Yeah, but answer Steven's question.
And he Bones knows. Is it true
No,
that
I don't know. I don't know.
in addition to the $5 rent, they're also getting a
Hold
tuck?
on. But hold on, Stephen. You're talking about green space, right? You
Yes.
know how much pollution them tuk-tuk and them is let go? Yeah, they ain't got no emissions control.
But we done deal with that already. We done know the Prime Minister go and talk about land degradation and all that. But he forgot what happening by the quarry Northly. He wasn't told. He wasn't updated.
Stephen,
Yes.
I'm sure if you look at your partner, he done start to grow feathers. He's nothing but a chicken.
Why would you say that about Shady? Shady, do not accept that.
Shady is not growing feathers, okay?
Shady, do not accept that.
Shady is not
Do
growing
not
feathers.
accept that, Shady. Do not accept that. Shady.
I can't say about Shady. Shady don't say nothing when he
Yes, sir.
I sent you a text. Check it
When
out.
was that?
Just now, about 5-10 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
on the radio, you can't read
I
text
can't.
messages
No.
now.
When I'm on, it's only if I come out, I would be able to check that. Okay, all right, cool. Okay, buddy. Okay, cool. Okay.
All right, buddy, take care. Yeah. So,
cool,
I mean, I think it is fair to ask, right, of all the people who got these things. I'm sure there were some successes. I'm sure.
Prime
so it would,
successes?
yeah, I'm sure there were a few out there, right? Maybe many. Who knows? But
Yeah.
I think it would be interesting to know when we do, as I keep arguing, Bing, when we're making these kinds of investments, we should ask at the start, before you do them, what are your goals? What are your expectations of the program, right? And then you can judge whether it is a success or failure and what you should
SWOT
do next.
analysis and all these things.
No,
for these,
I'm not aware of any of those kinds of
Just give
things.
them
Yeah,
the money.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
say, here, look, $40,000.
Yeah. I don't know what the money was spent on, how it was moved. I don't know anything. But it'd be interesting to know, right? But I am a little bit concerned that you give people, well and good that you give them the money first. Great. They had a chance. God knows, hopefully some of them did some good things with it. But now you turn around and you're giving them a $5 shop, basically free. You're giving them a free shop to operate from. And is this fair to other competitors? Is it fair to give people, one group of people who already were advantageously, who were advantaged by having received cash to invest in their business? You're now telling them, here is a $5 shop to do your business from.
Okay, well, you see, my thing, right? If I was you,
Yes.
because I don't ask these questions anymore. If I was you,
Right, yeah,
I'd
you
ask,
shouldn't.
Where is this money coming from?
Which money?
The prime money.
Well, it's funny you don't normally ask
no,
those questions
yeah,
when the
yeah,
government's
I
spending
don't,
money.
I don't,
You only
I
ask it
I
when
don't,
NDP
I
when
don't,
NDP say they go and do this and that, you suddenly jump up. Where's this money
where
coming
the money
from?
coming from?
Where the money coming from?
So I'm
You
not.
don't
I
ask
promise,
it now.
I'm not. So I'm not gonna ask you where is this prime money coming from?
According to the
Where
Minister
prime
of
money
Finance and my representative in East St. George,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
currently elected representative in East
King
St.
in
George,
waiting.
Camilo Gonzalez.
Call it
Don't have to react to your stupidity. It cost $500,000 to build those things down there, is what he said. And the government is not worried or caring about a return on investment. It's just to develop your community and help your community.
And
That's
where
all
is the
it
money coming from?
You would have to ask the Minister of Finance where the money came from because it's already been spent.
It's already made. It's already came.
It's already been built.
And the prime
You
money.
need to drive around your
The
constituency.
prime money. Where did the prime
I
money? It
don't
was
know
budgeted,
either.
but where did it come from?
I don't know where it came from.
Was it a grant?
I don't know, but they did announce where it came from at the
money?
time. No, I believe at the time
and-
they did announce at the time, which I can't remember. They announced where
So
the
you
money
know,
was coming
but
from.
you just
I
can't remember. You just
I'm
can't-
old, but
you
I
can't-
do
you
recall
know,
them
you know,
saying where the money
where
was
the money
coming from
came
at that time.
And you were satisfied with the answers to where the money came from.
Well, first of all, I highly recommend that when in a few months' time, budget time will come around again,
Right.
and you'll get all excited the way you do every time.
Oh yeah,
And I will tell you the same thing every time, right? Recurrent budget doesn't really matter. We already know. So much is coming from corporate income tax, so much from personal income tax, so much from VAT. Those are your major sources
Right.
of recurring revenues in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, right? To me, what you pay attention to is the capital budget, right? Where's that funding coming from? Is it realistically implementable? Does it make sense, right? I was at in July. I was at World Aquatics World Championships with a few of our swimmers in Japan. World Aquatics, which is the governing body for 5 or 6 water-based sports, artistic swimming, diving, swimming, open water, all these sports going on, right?
And by the way,
Swimming being the biggest.
I heard you getting your money from the lottery, but we're gonna talk about that after. Go ahead.
Really?
You
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. Up to last night, I didn't hear that. They're gonna give us some money.
You came in there and lied to us.
How
But go ahead,
exciting.
you go.
I know nothing about it, but I'll be happy to hear about it. Remember, you have sources,
Yeah, finish. You finish.
The Prime Minister's back in the country, right? Right, Shady? And suddenly he knows we're getting money for swimming. For OECS swimming. He knows this. He didn't know before.
Who sat on the plane next to the Prime Minister?
I was next to my girlfriend. I was not next to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister doesn't sit next to people like me. What's wrong with you? He's a big shot,
Continue.
What the hell? You made me lose my train of
No, you're
thought.
talking about you went to the World Aquatics.
I went to World Aquatics Championships, right? And the president, and there's 200 roughly countries who are members of FINA World Aquatics, right? And we all have the same vote. So we're on this huge thing for our General Congress, where we have elections and all of that, right? And of course, the president gets reelected for 8 years, by the way. Wow. Boy, you talk about some of these sports, buddy, and how they run. They're phenomenal. And football have elections coming up. Oh, mother work. Anyway, so I'm in this hall. 200 other countries, all the biggest countries in the world, the United States, China, except for Russia, of course, and Belarus. But all the countries are there, Great Britain, Australia, you name them all, they're all there with their big shot presidents and everything. And of course, all of them wearing their jacket and tie and looking sharp, and I'm wearing my jeans and my t-shirt, because I figure you judge people by their brain power, not by the clothes they're wearing. Not a story. So we're sitting there. The president of World Aquatics gets up and announces, and we have decided that we are moving the headquarters of World Aquatics from Lausanne, I think, in Switzerland. We're moving it to Budapest, Hungary. And I want all of you to agree with this, please. Now, each one of us has given a green paddle and a red paddle. Green means you approve, Red means you disapprove. Okay?
Right.
So,
Stop.
I'm at near the back because St. Vincent's designation is VIN. Okay, so Vin is near the back of the room. So I'm at the back of this room, as I said, with hundreds of people in front of me. 2 representatives per country, so roughly 400 people in there. All the big shots in the world. And he says, we're moving the headquarters to Budapest. I would like you all to approve, please. Bing, I believe every country in that room put up their green paddle to approve it. Yours truly put up his red paddle to say, I disagree.
Why?
Well, wait. So he continues on. He says what he has to say. And then, anybody have any questions or comments? Of course, I put up my paddle. I got up. And I said, well, several things happening here, first of all. First of all, I can't object to Budapest in principle because I love Budapest. It's a beautiful city, spectacular city, right? But you can't just come here, Mr. President of World Aquatics, you being the big shot, and inform us that you just expect us to put up our paddles. Can we get a reasoned, rational paper and explanation for this first before we come in here to know what it is we are expected to vote for? Right? Then I went on to say, furthermore, in the past, you, Mr. President, and you, World Aquatics, used to pay for 4 of our athletes to come to World Championships. You cut it down to 2. You're sitting on $200 million in a bank. I said, I happen to be a chartered accountant. I understand numbers and I can read financial statements. You're sitting on more than $200 million in a bank. Your treasurer just got up and told us you're generating a $40 million surplus in this quadrennial, despite COVID and all of that, right? But yet you're cutting back what you're helping our federations. You, Mr. World Aquatics, promised Grenada they were going to get a pool. It was 4 or 5 years ago. You're still not keeping your promises to them. So I went on, and you finally interrupted me. Okay, Mr. Joachim. Okay. All right. Let's hear from the Grenadines. Let's hear from the Grenadines.
The Grenadines.
So that was the worst thing you could have said because now he hates me. Because of course I get up again and I say, I'm sorry, sir, the Grenadines. I come from a country named St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and I'm here representing my country. Boy, you could have seen his face. That man probably hates my guts now. Because, of course, he's all embarrassed now because he doesn't understand, right? He's exposed himself. But what was interesting is that's all done and good and everything passes as usual.
Well, he said he got thrown
The
out.
end of the meeting now, all these big countries, like 15 to 20 of them come up to me. Stephen Wells said, we really appreciate what you're saying. You're so right about all these issues, you know. And I'm looking at these countries. All of you put up your green things. I am the only one in the country. I am the only one.
With the red banner.
Right, and with the red banner saying no. And this is the reason I tell you that story, Bing.
This is what goes on in
because
politics.
first of all, I am known throughout the world as an a-hole. Everybody knows me. I am well known because I stand up for things that I think is right. Okay, I'm not going to back down from stupidness. And what we see going on throughout the world of football, throughout the world of swimming, throughout the world of most of these international sporting organizations, throughout governments, is a bunch of yes men. People who don't seem to have the courage to get up and say, hold on here. Why are you doing this? Where is the cost? Who's funding it? What are the benefits? We seem to be stuck in a perpetual cycle of yes men. We don't have enough people who have the guts to get up and say, I'm sorry, sir. I disagree with you. I think you're wrong. Right? Every swimming body in the world currently gets between $25,000 and $30,000 US a year. And the reason they get that big is because of one guy named Stephen Joachim from a little pissant country named St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And that happened from 6 years ago. And again, I got up at the Congress and said, you got 150 million US in the bank. You need to help us poor countries too, please. Right? I want $30,000 a year. And I told them why. You know, we have Carifta, we have CC Can. You want us to go to all these events, you have to help us, right? And of course, the guy wanted my vote. I said, what do you want my vote for? You don't care about my vote? No, Stephen, because you have influence. So I said, okay, fine. The point is also being, too many of us travel, representing sporting organizations, representing governments, and we are afraid to speak out. Again, at least Ralph Gonsalves is not afraid to speak out. I may disagree on what he has to say, but he's not afraid to speak out and to say, hey guys, what's going on here? I heard a piece from the Prime Minister of St. Lucia's speech at the UN too. Again, I felt good. I said, you know, while I may not agree with you wholeheartedly because we all talk about this reparations thing, I've yet to hear people come up and tell us specifically what is it you want from reparations, right? How are we going to fix the mental enslavement that many of us still suffer from? How do we deal with that, right? It's not just throwing money at it. And then somebody sends me a video, and there's a big story on the internet for the last few days now about a black girl in Ireland. Don't know if you've seen it. Grant put it in the chat for you to see too, by the way. A black girl in Ireland, the only black gymnast competitor at an event that happened a year and a half ago. Everybody lined up. All the white girls get medals. The little black girl gets nothing. So my view of reparations is simple, I don't want reparations to fight that. I want reparations to deal with racism. I want a fight against what is going on now that's causing people to be racist. All right? I want to fight against religion, organized religion that is allowing racism to continue to exist, in my view. All right? That is what I want to hear. I don't care about the past. I care about the future. And that is what, so I want to hear how you plan to spend the money. What is it that you plan to do? Right? So I've ranted and raved enough now.
But you're going to be considered an a-hole if you ask questions.
But I don't mind that. That's okay. I know I'm not. Okay. And more importantly, I also know that I can be. And I'm fully capable of being an a-hole.
Somebody just said that, yes, they have like 60 of those tuk-tuk at the shipyard.
Right. That's what somebody told me too, but I didn't want to repeat something I didn't know for factual. But I was told the tuk-tuks are being given away to the people who were getting the $5 loans too. Sorry, the $5 rental spaces too. So again, hopefully in a year, Bing, we can walk by there and see how well those properties are being occupied and used also at the $5. And hopefully in a year's time, the government needs to address that and say, hold on here, you got $5 for a year, you got a good start, have you done anything? If not, we need to start doing it and giving other people an opportunity.
Have we gotten any of explanation, justification,
for what?
Any sort of, what's the word I'm looking for there now? Results orientation. Of how the prime monies went.
I am not aware. I am not aware. I am not aware of anything.
Did we get any accountability as
I am not aware
how
of
the prime money went?
We may have,
was
but I
it
don't
successful? What the money? What they spent? Successful? And that's why I keep.
No, because we're not allowed to ask those kind of things.
But Stephen, that's why it is important that we ask where the money is coming from. Because if we are taxpayers,
maybe we should ask where the money is going to.
If we are taxpayers, all right, are using our money to do things, don't we have a right to know, like, where's the money going?
Absolutely, we do. We have a legitimate right.
And how is it going to be spent?
Yes.
And what is going to be the result of it?
But you, my friend, you, as you that Grant refers to as paperback Bing, for whatever reason.
Brown paperback.
Whatever reason, brown paperback Bing.
And cruise.
The problem with you is you are perceived not to be balanced. You are perceived to be somewhat one-sided.
Me of all people.
And how you ask questions about certain people, but don't ask about other people.
Me of all people.
Me.
Who one day, if you hear them in the chat, oh God, boy, you hear it. And the next morning, boy.
So how's North Leeward going, buddy?
North
Leeward.
Boy.
Anything going on up there in particular? You hearing anything?
Boy, confusion in North Leeward, boy.
This guy Troy seems to be a very sensible human being.
I wonder if the NWA run him.
Well, we talked about that they need some good, new, fresh, not just young, but fresh faces. And he seems like a fresh face that seems very interested in his community.
He called in here, and he did made a really good presentation.
I thought he did too, and I've read some of his articles on Eyewitness News. Wow, good job, good interest in it. And of course, they have another guy out there called Ken Rick Quashie, who writes a lot on Eyewitness News too. Yeah. It's interesting to hear youngish faces and see youngish faces.
But they don't need that in the NDP. They don't need that,
No, they don't, because they're hoping that people fed up Ralph, so they'll vote him out and they'll win, as opposed to getting some. But maybe Bing is 2 years to go. I'm sure they'll have some good candidates by then. I'm sure Troy's being actively recruited to run for the NDP up there. I don't know what he does for a living.
Definitely leave me alone this morning, please. Leave me alone this morning. Tell you what, we're going to take a quick break. We come back. Is Council backstage, you said? No, he's not. All right, so let's take a quick break. We come back.
Time we come back, he'll be there.
He'll be there, all right? Let's do this. OMG in the morning, 20 in the morning. Jeffrey, leave me alone this morning, please.
And Bing, I have to leave at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, okay, so let's go. Let's go.
OMG in the morning. Morning.
Attention shoppers, the following items are now on special at Korea's Food Mart with something for everyone.
Everyone? You mean them juicy riblets on special?
Yes, $7.50 per pound, and Purdue chicken franks are $7.
What you gonna do when the rain is coming down? Nothing more to do when there's no one else around. Bring it back to the middle, push.
cents, 24 ounces Best Choice Tomato Ketchup $10, and 30 ounces G-Star Jasmine Rice $20.
Tanti, lend me the mic.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentions that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Among friends and families, a message from the Child Development Division within the Ministry of National Mobilization in collaboration with UNICEF.
The Patriot Company Limited. With services like terrazzo construction, terrazzo restoration, terrazzo maintenance, concrete grinding, pressure washing, janitorial services, carpet cleaning, home and office cleaning. We offer services at affordable prices. Call us for all your janitorial services and terrazzo services. It's the Patriot Company Limited, Green Hill, P.O. Box 2046, Kingstown, VC 0100. Or you can contact us at 457-6650 or 457-2057. Or email the Patriot Company Limited at gmail.com or ncjackson4753.
This is Locally Made. My name is Jillian Cruikshank. Join us on IKTV channel 112, where we premiere and air Locally Made, a program featuring locally made produce right here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We'll show you how it's made and how it is done. Remember, every Thursday, 8 p.m. on IKTV channel 112.
Trade in and 35% off all.
Caribbean, connecting you.
Horizons, hardware horizons, one place horizons, the helpful place. Yo, Corez is hardware, is the place for all of your home needs. If you want building materials, where you going? Corez's, Corez's. For paint and garden tools, where you going? Corez's, Corez's. Electrical cables, find that at Corez's. We have everything for your home at Corez's. Located in Kingstown, located in Annisville. Pembroke, Diamonds and Beckwith. Shop at Corez's. Hardware Corez's. Helpful place Corez's. One place Corez's. Corez's.
Paladin SVG Inc. Alarm Solution is second to none. We offer intrusion alarm systems, security radar, active infrared beams, and emergency alarm systems. Get perimeter protection for your premises. Active infrared beams protect large areas. Our radar video linkage solution sends data to PTZ cameras for active target tracking, so you can take immediate action. Intrusion alarm systems offer reliable protection and records video the moment the alarm is triggered and sends footage to users via email or the app. Intelligent alarm systems mean you can control your home from anywhere in the world. Find out more at Paladin SVG Inc. at telephone number 784-457-724.
Get ready to experience
Lane's Hardware Plus Arnoldsville for convenient shopping and parking.
Get ready to experience the ultimate destination for relaxation, unwinding, and socializing at Hotel Alexandrina's Culture Bar and Grill. Immerse yourself in our vibrant ambiance and savor the exceptional flavors of our delicious menu. Our menu is a treasure trove of flavors, offering an extensive selection of wines, liquors, cocktails, mocktails, shots, and mouth-watering dishes. Get ready for a taste of Vincentian hospitality like never before. We're open Monday to Saturdays from 3 p.m. until Hotel Alexandrina's Culture Bar and Grill, where flavors come to life.
Until 9, and it's Heineken Fridays. So the Heineken Bears are on special. 5 for 20. That's 5 Heineken Bears for only $20. Musical entertainment by SVG's top DJs. So SVG gets ready. Come on out and make memories in a unique atmosphere inside Heineken Fridays. Listen every Friday at Pier 1, located in Villa. This ad brought to you by Heineken.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Join us for a Sandals Resorts Job Fair, September 26th to 29th, 2023, at Kingstown Baptist Church, opposite Gardens Gate, Old Montrose, from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. Explore careers in food and beverage, administration, weddings, landscaping, engineering, sales, water sports, rooms, entertainment, and more. That's the Sandals Resorts Job Fair at Kingstown Baptist Church, Old Montrose, September 26th to 29th. Please bring your resume, ID, NIS, and 2 passport photos. See you there. Check us out on Instagram at Life@Sandals for more details.
The number one morning show in the SVG.
Morning. Hold on, Shady.
In the morning.
Hold on, Shady. Don't start anything yet. We still have not seen counsel. But in the meantime, right, a lady called me, right, and said...
Ladies are always calling.
Ladies are always calling, right? Yes. And said that she was in a relationship with you.
With me?
Yes. Right?
I've been in relationships with several
ladies. Many ladies, many. And
not
she
with
said,
any men, though, eh?
No,
except
men,
you, of course.
Men, yeah. Only me and Grant.
Only you and Grant. Only you and Grant, yes.
That she went and she got this song because of the relationship and her experience.
Oh, so I need to hear the song.
Yes,
with
her
me.
experience
Okay.
with you. All right. So, ladies out there, all right, when you listen to this song, I will give all his number. For when you find him, you know where Kissy see you there? That is where his office there upstairs in the Musty Company building. Listen to this song and go up and propose, because this song, this is the song that the lady said she experienced with him. Turn me up some over the Shady. Turn me up some over the Shady. Shady, give me some volume over the Shady.
If you want to get a good wife, okay, do 5 things for your wife. If you want your wife to respect you, do 5 things for your wife.
Listen.
Number 1, always give your wife money. Number 2, don't forget to give her money.
Steven.
Number 3, okay, keep giving her money. Number 4, don't go out without giving money. Number 5, if the money finish, go and borrow money, because women, they like money. If you don't get money, no follow woman. Women, if you want your husband to be the best, listen to me. Any woman will go do this one, your husband go love you till he die. If you want to get the best husband, do 2 things for your man. Men, we know they're greedy. Now 2 things we want for marriage. Number 1, don't ever love your husband. Now mad woman, 9 they love a man. No woman can ever love a man. Now man get rights to love woman. Even inside Bible, he did here. That's why Bible tell man to say, he say, man, love your wife. Papa Bishop, she no be so. You know say, woman, love your husband. You say, man, love your wife. Your food, you know they make us joy you. You will know who cook pass you. Caring we don't need. You know they put money for our pockets. The thing where man need, give your man respect. Respect your husband. If he say sit down, madam sit down. If he say run, madam, they run. If you say disappear, madam, disappear. The second thing you go do for man, that one go make man increase. Any woman will do this one, your husband go love you till he die. Avoid our phone, oh. You dey hear me? Leave our phone alone, oh. Don't be your papa by the phone. Leave our phone for us. Before thunder, go fire you. That thing where you define for the phone, I swear, it dey inside.
Woman, leave your man phone alone.
If you want to get a good wife, Oga, do 5 things for your wife. If you want your wife to respect you, do 5 things for your wife. Oh yeah, number 1, always give your wife money. Number 2, don't forget to give her money. Number 3, Oga, keep giving her money. Number 4, don't go out without giving money. Number 5, if the money finish, go and borrow money. Because women, they like money. If you don't get money, no follow woman. Women, if you want your husband to be the best, listen to me. Any woman will go do this one, your husband will love you till he die. If you want to get the best husband, do 2 things for your man. Men, we know they're greedy. Now 2 things we want for marriage. Number 1, don't ever love your husband.
Don't love your husband.
Now mad woman, 9 they love a man. No woman can ever love a man. Now man get rights to love woman. Even inside Bible, he did here.
In the Bible.
Bible tell man to say, he say, man, love your wife. Papa, Bishop, she no be so. You know say woman, love your husband. You say, man, love your wife. Your food, you know they make us joy you. You will know who cook who pass you.
Why Cutlass? Explain to me why.
Why is what?
Why?
What is the issue here?
Why?
Explain to me what the issue is. What do you find offensive? First of all,
it's not offensive to me.
Do you believe it is right?
To give a woman money? Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Do you believe that the top 5 things you should do
is to give your wife money?
Yeah. Okay. And if you don't give her money, what will happen? Is it your wife or your woman, by the way?
Wife, woman, anything.
It doesn't matter. You need to give them money.
Give them money.
What about women who give their man money and mind them?
I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing.
You think that's a positive development?
I think that's a good thing.
Okay,
I think that's a good thing.
I know Shady knows it's a good thing too.
I think that's a good thing. But one of the things that he said, right, in the Bible, it said, woman, don't love your man. Because the Bible said, man, love your woman, love your wife.
Yeah, but
it didn't say, wife, love your man, love your husband.
And the Bible is a fountain of wisdom? Is that correct? And ethics and morality, is that right?
You'll have to ask Pastor that.
Oh, I would love to have a conversation with Pastor about that.
I'm not getting
involved.
involved.
I am happy to have a conversation with anybody about the morality of the Bible.
I'm not getting involved.
I'd be happy to have
By the way,
by the way, I heard Pastor's doing very well these days.
Yes, he is. He is actually.
I hear, he's getting a lot of contracts, a lot of business.
Well, I wasn't talking from that standpoint. I don't listen to doing on the show. I'm not talking about.
But you sent me a message saying you wanted to discuss why Pastor getting all this work. What's going on with Methodist Church now? They don't get the work anymore.
Dr. Richards know better than that.
Why did you say that? Well, how would I know this unless you told me?
Dr. Richards know better than that.
Pastor, how would I know this unless he told me?
My pastor know better than that. Have you?
I know, but worse than that, your I don't mind. I'm happy for Pastor, right? I'm happy for his church to get all the things possible. But what I really find obnoxious.
All the work that moved from the Methodist Church to
No, I don't know anything about it. You see, you're saying this, I don't know. What I find obnoxious, right, is you implying that Pastor could be bought so easily. That's what I find objectionable from people like you. Right?
Give money.
Give money.
Number 2, give more money.
So what is it the man has to do for the woman now? Or the woman has to do for the man, sorry.
Respect.
What does that term mean?
Respect.
By the way, just talk about this concept of love for a second.
Yes.
You ever been in love, Bing?
Yes. Give money.
Have you ever been in love?
I've given money.
But have you been in love?
I have been in love.
With a woman?
With a woman.
Who is not your spawn or child? I'm in love with my
Yes,
children.
yes,
You have
yes,
been in
yes,
love.
yes,
You have. How many times in your life have you been in love?
And let me talk. You see.
And then you fall out of love. What happened to the love?
You see the same thing.
Are you currently in love?
Look, the man who live in a haram is asking me this kind of question.
Are you currently in
when
love?
When did you get back to St. Vincent?
Are you currently in
when
love?
Did, I am
came
currently
back-
in love.
I
I'm
came-
in love.
I
am
came
in
back
love.
on Monday and you'll be very excited because there were 2 special passengers on the plane. The Prime Minister was on the plane. And by the way, I thought he was looking very well and quite healthy, actually. It was good to see him looking
he
healthy.
was
So,
in-
yeah,
he was
there was
in
no
line.
cane, there was nothing. He walked normally, he was speaking normally. He looked, I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing
elections
something
coming.
right.
Elections coming.
Yeah, in 2 years' time, but that's but more exciting was the return of the man from Zion Hill. Or from
From
Dorset
Zion
to Hill, I should say. From Dorset to Hill.
Who wants from Dorset?
The resident of East Kingstown. A man who I trust that one day you will have in here along with Troy to have a discussion, because there's rumor out there that Luther, my friend, Luther McIntyre,
my
Macintosh,
friend-
sorry, Macintosh. Is it Macintosh?
Luther, Rondi,
Rondi, thank you, yeah, Luther. Rondi
Rondi?
is alleged that he's
Consul
coming,
General?
our Consul General, one of our favorite Consul
Yes,
Generals,
yes.
because the other one don't talk to us anymore.
No, he's my friend.
The one in
The other one is
Canada.
my
He talks to
friend.
you?
Yeah, he's
okay,
my
you don't
friend.
talk to me anymore.
he's
So
my-
since I'm
he's
talking
my
to Bones,
really good friend.
since
He's
I'm
my
friends with
really
his
good
brother
friend.
Bones, he said he ain't talking to me, right? So
No, I don't know about you on that.
I'm only
He's
teasing.
my
I'm
good
only
friend.
kidding. I'm only kidding.
Yeah, so
But
Rondi-
Luther's on the way back.
On the way
I saw
back-
him.
on the way
Well, I
back
saw him on the
mean
plane coming to St. Vincent, and he offloaded about 15 suitcases. So I thought, boy, that rumor, that rumor that Bing told me that Rondi is running,
Jesus Lord.
have to be right, because
Oh
he must
my
be bringing
goodness.
back suitcases of stuff to
You
give away.
moving back
If you see
home or you
suitcases,
moving back home?
I just see plenty suitcases.
What are you implying here? Speak.
I am
straight.
saying that
Speak
my
straight.
friend, a
Right.
friend of mine,
Right.
told me convincingly, made a convincing case that Luther is going to replace Luke Brown as the candidate
East
in
Kingston.
East Kingston. And that friend happened to be you. And I know you speak to big people. So I know you wouldn't lie to me.
Oh, jeez.
Right?
Grant,
Just as you said that
Grant,
Troy would not run
Grant.
in North Leeward because he'd be blocked. That's what you said. Troy would not have a chance because he's an attractive young candidate in North Leeward. He would not have a chance because you said the NDP leadership would block him too. You need to stop this kind of behavior. It's nice to see refreshing new faces on the ground. I think it's great.
What I did say was that I think that Troy would be a great candidate
You
for
did.
North Leeward.
Why would he be a great candidate?
He's intelligent.
How do you know this?
From his writings,
fair enough.
from the way he articulates his points.
He does. He does a good job.
He has
at that.
great
Yes.
ideas.
Okay.
Right? He speaks well. He can get his message across.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Yes.
So
he
I think
certainly sounds like he's a dedicated man to his part of the country, to his community
and constituency as
Sounds
well.
that way to me.
Right?
Yes. So you think he'd make a good candidate?
I think it. But however,
Do you
I
think
don't.
he has
I don't
any
know.
chance?
I don't know the process of selections of the NDP because I know of another friend of mine who
would make an
wanted to be
excellent candidate.
who wanted to be a candidate.
And she was told, "Oh, there's
Well,
a
I
process
didn't-
you have to go through
Yeah,
involving 5
and-
or 6 other candidates."
Right,
and all. Yeah,
right. And would have made.
But doesn't Luther have to go through a process too if he wants to run? I mean, people would have to make, because there was somebody else who wanted to run in East St. George, in East Kingstown also, for the ULP.
Yes.
Correct?
There
was somebody else too.
The pan guy. What's his name is? He works at the brewery. What's his name now?
Right, he wanted to run also.
Yeah.
So there will be a
What's his
process, I
name?
assume, also.
No. He was told to step aside.
He was stepping aside
Yeah,
for
he told-
Luther.
He was told to step aside.
For who?
I'm not saying. I'm not gonna say.
If
who.
you step aside, you're stepping aside for some. Is
No,
it for
I'm
Luke
not
or for
gonna
Luther?
say. Listen to me. I'm not gonna say he was told to step aside for Luther. I'm
You're
not
not
saying
saying
that.
that.
I'm not. That's not what I'm saying.
Are you saying he's
I
stepping
am
aside
not saying
for
that
Luke,
he was
then?
told.
He's stepping aside for
that
Luke.
he was told to step aside for Luther.
Okay.
Oh, what's his name now?
Do you take Luke? Knights, yeah. Do you? Okay, so he was told to step aside for who?
I'm not gonna say it's for Luther.
But you know who it's for.
Yes, but I'm not gonna say it's for Luther.
So why are you not willing to share with the 3 of us in the studio here? Nobody else is listening. Bing, you could tell us.
I'm not gonna say that they think that.
Do you think
that
Luther would make a better candidate than
I
Luke?
am not going to say that the
Do you?
ULP thinks
Yes.
that because Luke have been trying and
yes.
and has not been successful.
He's lost 3 in a row so far.
That's 3 in a row.
I believe.
That they think that Luther
Would have a better chance.
I'm not gonna.
What
say
is
that
your opinion?
About what?
Do you think Luther would have a better chance?
I'm not going to say that I think that Luther is coming to run. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
You're not going to say
I'm
that.
not
So
gonna
you
say
think
that.
he's just back on a holiday?
I think the man just came home vacation.
You think he has any interest in politics?
Well, the man is, of course, the man is the man. Of course,
He's
he
a
has
consul
interest.
general. He's a politician.
Of course, he has interest.
So
in
why
politics.
don't you invite him in to have a chat? With
I
us?
will. I will.
Yeah,
actually.
he's your buddy.
He's my friend.
Yeah. You know what I was
friend.
excited about with seeing Luther?
What?
Both of his pants legs were down. This thrilled me no end. I was so excited to see that. You started that stupidness?
I'm the one who started that video.
I mean, I could live on a hat, but the pants leg thing, you know, I mean, oh my God, you know. I mean,
No, but seriously-
Luther's what, 45, 50 years old
No, but
now? He's
seriously,
getting up there.
Luther is back home, but you.
He came in on the flight with me. I don't know how long he's here for. Maybe he's just visiting. But in fairness, I only saw him. I didn't see the wife. So maybe he's just visiting home for a little holiday. Take a little holiday break.
But without his wife.
So I just tease him. Huh?
Without his wife?
Well, maybe the wife is coming later. I don't know.
Maybe she couldn't get another flight. She couldn't get.
Well, the
another
flights, flights are tough these days. You know, you never know.
So,
Yeah, but
so
it's
you
interesting.
heard that Luther is. Do you think Luther make a good candidate?
I do actually. I think Luther would make a great candidate. I do.
For East Kingstown?
Definitely.
Against Fitzramble?
I think he'd give Fitz a run for his money.
Do you think the seat belongs to Fitzramble or the NDP?
If historically you could easily say that that seat is an NDP seat traditionally, right? You could look back since Mitchell's days and see that very clearly, right? When he swapped out Duggan for Arnhem,
Right.
then Arnhem swapped out for Fitz, so you could see that. And make no mistake, it would be an uphill battle for Luther.
Right.
But Luther is a likable person. When people say, Steve, you should get into politics. Up to the other day, somebody told me that. And I said, are you out to your mind?
Yeah,
First
nobody
of all,
like you. Nobody.
I am a very, very proud atheist, so that would be used against me.
You
Secondly,
don't believe in
and that would
God.
probably be the most important thing here because that's what they'll throw in my face. Secondly, I'm not a likable person. I'm straightforward and I get
You only
things
had
done.
two friends.
Right? Right. I
Grant.
get 2 votes. Me and my grand will vote for me. But seriously, Luther we vote for, I've said this a million times.
Likeability.
We vote for people we like, not necessarily people who are competent and get a good
Yeah.
job done. You look at sports again. I go back to sports organizations. Look again at who we
So if that
elect
is the
to
case,
run
why isn't the NDP winning? People like Dr. Friday.
They do like Dr. Friday, but they haven't equated, but they also like Ralph Gonsalves. Ralph is a very likable person. You know that too. I happen to think Friday is a likable person. I think Friday's issue is he doesn't go out enough. And he's not circulating enough for people to... I'll give you an example. I went to Carnival Escape, Carnival Party, as you know, right? That Keith and so on put on, and Mr. Rose and so on put on. Nice party. One of the best in my view. The best Carnival party. Or they send me a free ticket next year for this promo. The best party, right? Absolutely, right? Because it's an adult party. It's not a children thing. It's an adult party. Anyway, you go there, and Dr. Friday's there, and then Ralph walks in too. And you look at the difference in the interaction, right? Look at Ralph's eyes. Whenever Ralph is talking to you or to anybody, look at his eyes. Huh? He's always scanning the crowd. He's always looking. Who am I going to speak to next? Right? What am I going to say to them next? He's very observant around himself, right? And you look at his social interaction compared to Godwin's. Right?
Don't give me a break. That's the Prime Minister. Of course, the Prime Minister will attract more people.
No. I'm not talking about attracting to him. That's fine, and I understand that. Huh? But what I'm saying to you is, Godwin Friday, in my view, is an excellent candidate for Prime Minister. He's an attractive fellow. He's very likable. People like him, right? The issues around. I don't think the NDP has issues around Dr. Friday. The issues that the NDP may have, I suppose, probably relate more to the perception of his type of leadership.
What type of leadership is that?
Well, he doesn't seem to be a one-manism kind of leader, right? And of course, in our society, that is what we are used to having. Yes. We had it with Mitchell. Right. We had it with Ralph. Right. It's basically one-manism.
Yeah. You make decisions.
I run. I make the decisions. I do this. Ultimately, right.
You don't have a meeting to have a meeting.
No, correct. I am deciding this, and you're going to endorse my meeting. End of story.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That is the kind of leadership. I don't think Friday is like that. Now, whether that is good or bad is for everybody to decide. Right.
Okay.
You know, I don't know, but I suspect that the NDP are judged more about the people around them.
Well, Hamilton,
and I suspect the candidates can make a difference.
Hamilton made a point yesterday morning, the day before yesterday, about Major Leacock.
Yeah, what about him?
He said that, in his opinion,
yes,
that Leacock was a
Go ahead. No.
Good. No, I'm trying to remember how he phrased it. But what's your perception of, because
Major
a
Leacock?
lot of
I
people,
think Leacock.
hold on, a lot of
Yes.
people have the perception
Yes.
that Leacock is the one who's really the lead of the party.
Well, there is that perception. And there is a perception there, again, because we are looking to see, right? I mean, when Ralph is announcing things or whatever, it's never the same person next to him, right? When you see Dr. Friday announcing, there always seems to be Leacock next to him, right? Now, let's be fair. Leacock is one of the most popular politicians in this country. Let's not deny that, all right? He's been, my understanding is that he's been a reasonably successful man in his life, both academically and hopefully financially, right? So I'm not denying that.
And the fact that a lot of people
But he
have
is-
the
he-
perception that of all
But
all of the opposition, Leacock is the only one who can stand up, or who stands up to Ralph.
I don't know if that's true or not. I find Godwin stands up to him, but he stands up in a different way. He's not. I don't think Godwin Friday is an argumentative type, fighter type personality. But I would love to see a debate between Ralph and Godwin Friday, one-on-one. And unfortunately, we don't seem to have enough people who call for that. We will never see that because I like Godwin Friday personally. Yeah? He's a very calm, sensible, intelligent human being.
But you
I
know,
think he could win the next election, and I could tell you how.
There was once on our program.
Yes, remember an interaction once.
Yes.
Yeah, correct.
Correct. When
remember that
when
interaction.
Prime Minister called in from Miami.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
And that's where
Yes.
Dr. Friday coined.
And Friday was excellent how he handled it.
Coined the term. You can spin on the top of a pin on a needle or something like that.
Yeah.
But you're
not
still.
Yeah.
That's
and I thought Friday was
yes,
excellent how he handled that. Thing.
Yes.
I think there is no debate in a parliamentary setting. There would be a debate, on I would love to moderate a debate like that, Bing.
Yes.
Between Godwin Friday and Ralph Gonsalves. And I think if I was Godwin Friday, I would be calling for that. You see debates all over the place. I mean, I think tonight or last night, I can't remember. It's in the United States, they're having debates about the people who want to be prime president and for the Republicans. I think it's a wonderful thing. I think the public deserves to see our leaders.
Why do you think that people have the perception that Major is a bad boy? He's a bad
Because
boy.
that's how he comes across. He's the bad man. He's the bad man. I'm the major. I will do this. I will do that.
Yeah.
Major inspires
Shut
a lot
your
of
mouth,
love.
Ralph.
He inspires a lot. He inspires a lot of love, but he also inspires a lot of
hate,
dislike, and hatred too.
Yes.
If you like, I suspect. Huh?
Yeah.
All right, because of how he comes across as aggressive, right? Probably a lot like myself, I suspect in that way.
Yeah.
But he comes across as very aggressive and whatever, right? And whereas you could see a Friday reaching out to people from the opposite side and having a conversation with people. You can't necessarily see Leacock in that kind of personality because he has a very different personality, in my view. People are calling you, Bing, and you refuse to answer your phone. Why are you not answering your phone today?
Conversation. That's Major calling. That's Major calling.
Right. So I mean,
call back. We're going.
You know, that's when I said in here that I think the NDP needs a change. It wasn't because I was denigrating Daniel. Daniel is a friend of mine, right? I wasn't denigrating Leacock either. What I am saying to them is that you keep going back with the same candidates and the same policies. You need to address that issue, in my view. You need not just young candidates, but new faces, right? That's my view.
Good morning, call of your life.
Yeah, me again.
Yes.
Me again. You see that comment, Steven? Steven!
Yes, sir.
I know you got plenty money. I want to challenge
It's a relative thing, buddy. It's a relative thing.
Yeah, money is relative according to how...
Wealth is relative, buddy.
Yeah. That is true.
Relative to you, I'm a poor man.
I
don't have acres of land. I don't have acres of land up in Glen, you know, like you do.
Bones, make your point quick. Make your point. Go ahead.
Bing. I mean, my partner just made a comment thing that he would love to be the moderator in a debate with Friday and the PM. Now, all I know is look up the PM steady these days. Some of the policies. But I'm willing to bet if you have a one-on-one debate with the PM on Friday, I mean, Friday might become the next prime minister, who knows? But in terms of a debate on a stage, boy, the PM would wrap you up. I'm telling you, seriously.
Let me tell you why I suspect you are wrong. Okay?
Right.
Friday is a very calm personality. Dr. Gonsalves is not a very calm personality. right? And it's easy, it's relatively easy to get under the Prime Minister's skin and irritate him. And he would react to that. It's really hard to get under Friday's skin. I'm telling you. We saw it, and we had an issue, but we have seen that, Bones. We have evidence of it. Me and Bing had evidence of it on a radio show, and we were out at Brighton, where the Prime Minister came across, in my view, came across very badly, and Friday came across very positively because of how he handled himself.
Okay, but you think he learned from the last lesson that
that's a good point too.
That happened.
That's correct.
There
Good point.
You go. That's
but
the point. And
wouldn't you love to see it?
I would love to see it.
I'd pay money to see it.
When it comes to the political language,
absolutely,
the PM is a master.
I agree with you.
Just have to know.
Who would you prefer to see debating? Friday and the Prime Minister, or Leacock on the Prime Minister?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I mean, you know me. I just call it for what it is. I think the Major would give the PM a better run for his money than
no,
Friday
because what you want, you see. But this is the difference.
I ain't saying that Friday may not make a good Prime Minister. No. I'm just saying, based on what you see vocally, right? No. Major, I think, would do a better job debating the PM.
But Bones, this is because you're like right. Bing. What you guys want to see is a fight up.
Bacchanal.
And Bacchanal. I would like to see substance, right? I don't think Major and Ralph would not have substance. They'd have a fight up because of the personality clash. Friday wouldn't have that issue.
But there's a name that we forget also, Who? That I think who've got some substance and can bring some Bacchanal, the Prime Minister. It's Fitzhuggins.
Fitzhuggins?
Fitzbramble, I mean. Fitzbramble.
I agree, but he's not perceived to be in that leadership role yet, is he?
No, he's not. But right. I'm saying...
He's not perceived to be in the top 3 in the NDP.
Yes, but I'm saying... Now, even now in the House of Parliament, you know, he really rubs.
I don't listen to Parliament, so I can't
you don't
comment,
you don't listen.
Yeah.
Bones, what do you think?
Boy, let me tell you something. Fist in my partner, we go a long way back. But let me tell you something. You know, I am a very straightforward person like you guys know. I mean, and Fitz doesn't have the experience. You know, he's putting himself in a position where, because of his age and his knowledge, he probably is thinking of becoming the leader at some point. He'll challenge the leadership.
He's the wrong age, though, isn't he, Bones?
Not really. Not
Bones, he's a 60-year-old man, right? Godwin Friday's about a 65-year-old man. He's 61, 62, whatever he is, right? How's that work?
It's not based on what we have now. But let me tell you something, right? Fitz, my observation of Fitz in Parliament. Them fellas just have the questions a week or 2 weeks or whatever before.
Yeah, in advance, yes.
All right, in advance.
Yep.
Their presentation and the way they debate their issues, because they should know the MO of the government.
Yep.
When they start, they just hype up themselves, but they don't come back with anything that would just totally, mash up what the government is saying. Because I find they don't do a lot of extensive research on how to deal with the issue, because they know the government guys are going to come back after them, and they just don't prepare themselves properly. Fitz comes out like a bad dog when he's ready, and as soon as Camelo and the PM starts, that Fitz is basically shut down.
There you go, so there you go, right? So
I'll tell you, keep listening, Bones. I'll suggest a person who I love to see debate the Prime Minister, though. I'll make that. No. You will be no holds bar. You no holds bar.
You're a bull.
You're no holds bar.
That would be ugly.
You're no holds bar. All right, let me tell you.
Who?
A female.
I agree with you.
Shafia London.
I agree with you. Shafia is an intelligent, sharp candidate. Sorry, sharp person.
Yes.
But I don't know if she's interested in politics, Bing.
Oh, why shouldn't she be interested?
Because she's about a 40-year-old woman now.
Yes.
She has young children.
Yes.
Her husband apparently has said publicly, I believe, he wants to run for the opposition side.
Right. And what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that. There's a perception in St. Vincent and the Grenadines that the man needs to control his woman, or vice versa. I don't know.
And there's a perception now that you can't have a husband and wife on different sides.
Correct. There's a perception.
Wasn't
Joshua.
Yeah, but you're talking 50, 60 years ago.
But it happened.
It's
right?
50, 60 years ago. We're a different society still.
So society has changed that much that we can't have a husband and wife on two different sides. Huh?
Well, we may find out. Find out.
Why won't somebody like a Shafi or London come forward? And go
first of all, let me tell you.
Not
first
for the
of all,
ULP, but for the NDP.
Why wouldn't she?
Yes.
Maybe she would. I don't know on that. I'm just saying to you that
you
have to analyze the pros and the cons. If she does express any interest, the NDP should grab her right away. So I can't believe that she would express an interest and not be grabbed right away. That would be really a stupid decision for the NDP not to grab somebody like that immediately.
Because she will have national appeal.
Of course. She's a very successful woman in her own right who has done very good things. I remember when Shafia came back here when she was running the Chamber of Commerce and when she first started out, an attractive young lady. And I was impressed with her then, and she's done a great job since.
How would she perform in Parliament? How do you think?
Parliament is boring. Who cares about Parliament? I don't care about Parliament.
But people
I don't care.
Yeah, but that's you. That's
exactly
you.
what you asked my opinion, so I'm giving you my. I don't care about Parliament. Parliament is a place for adults to behave like preschoolers.
So how do you judge
It's embarrassing. It's an embarrassment to this country.
How do you judge and determine a candidate then? Call a good morning, you're live.
Stephen, I saw being pressed the thing they so for the answer me. I saw him.
Wait. No. Hey, why? Shady, come. Give you drop. Hey, why? See me, hey, why? Come.
I want to say thanks to those who voted for Labour, but now a ball.
Stephen, I watched the man. Stephen, I watched him. I see him.
Go on. Let's see.
Good morning, Big. Morning, Shady.
Mm-hmm.
I have to get into this conversation. I love this conversation this morning. I love the conversation. And it's a good time I haven't spoken to Stephen. He went overseas with the name of Well Boy. I have my partner Bing and Ken say, let me bring back 2 sticks sweetie for them. You see what it's
Boy. Yeah, the man they fighting for lottery thing.
Let me explain something.
I heard you getting lottery money.
Hold on a second.
You getting lottery money just like how you getting your money from government.
The Prime Minister ain't say much to me, so I ain't getting no money. You getting your money, but I ain't getting
mine. Just like how you got your money from your case that you won. He gets his money from lottery.
Kenson, let me explain something. Let me explain something to you and Bing, okay? People don't get rich by spending the money and giving it away, you know. You get rich by earning your money, keeping it, and investing it. So why would I buy anything for you and Bing? Why would I buy anything for you and represent?
Well, maybe that's why the national lottery ain't giving you
no money.
Go on, Kenzie. Go on, buddy.
Well, I want to touch 2 things. So I'll touch the last one that you guys are on for now. This thing about a debate. I fully agree with you, Stephen. I've been calling for that for years. Right?
Yeah.
Why am I hearing our feedback?
It should be okay now, Trailer.
Yeah, it's good. So I don't know. Yes. So I've been calling for that for years. Even recently, I said I would love to see debates between candidates. I can't understand how, as Vincent said, Stephen and Bing, we sit and people will sit through hours of the American debates. They will discuss the American debates. They will tell you who was good, who wasn't good, what points were made, what points weren't made. Why don't we call for the same things in St. Vincent and there's hype for these things here?
Yeah, I agree.
I always ask this question.
But nobody seems interested. I remember Ralph calling for it, I believe, when Arnhem was the opposition leader at the time. And I think I called him for that.
But Ralph also did say that he's not going to debate someone to give them a stage.
Right.
Well, yeah, he said that.
You're right.
Yes.
But here's the thing, Bing. Who does that really come down to? And again, that is why I keep on saying to Vincentians, whether NDP, ULP, or whatever, you as a Vincentian have to first be selfish when you are going to cast a vote. And when I say selfish, I don't mean you stretch your hand and you get something for yourself and that's that. No. It is time for us to raise the bar when it comes to elections and who we elect. Are the policies being presented going to be good for us? Are they timely? Are they going to make our lives better? Are they going to make our economy better? it is time that we have that kind of discourse.
You're talking real stupidness.
I tell you now, I sound real stupid. I know.
How many people in this country, what percentage of people in this country are capable of thinking in any kind of rational manner?
Exactly, Stephen. And that is why so we need to raise our way of thinking.
How the hell are you going to do that when 80% of the people can't think? They were never educated to think.
Yeah, well, he can't get a gun license.
They're brainwashed. They're brainwashed to vote yellow or red. They don't think. They don't ask questions.
Exactly, Stephen. So you see, this is where people like me and you and Bing and others.
Not Bing.
You see, I try to involve the man. I try to include the man.
Friend, and I still couldn't get a gun license.
I try to include the man in our little circle. You know, just like the other day, when we can jump on
you say a debate among politicians in Vinci would most likely result in a violent outcome.
Here's the thing, Bing. Here's the thing. Right, and that person, you see, it is sad, but it is sad that that person has to come to that conclusion. And you know why? Because it is possibly true. And it is because we don't have enough people in St. Vincent who can be fair-minded and say, okay, I will be the moderator for this, and these are the rules, and this is how it's going to go, and you will stick to the rules. And let me tell you why it will degenerate. And this is not a NDP or ULP or partisan something. It is just facts. People generally fear Ralph. When he starts to behave with his dotish behavior, people are afraid to stand up and say, oh, stop. We are not going to go down that road. Nobody. I've seen him on so much interviews, even on radio stations, where he take over everything. Gone on topics that are not even being discussed.
But hold on, Kenson. One of the problems too, right, is that in terms of having a moderator for a national political debate, is that there will always be people that someone will think that, oh, they're one side or the other.
Yeah, but you have a team of people.
Exactly.
There will always be a perception that, oh, Stephen is an NDP man or Stephen's a ULP man, so he shouldn't do it.
Okay, Bing. Let's say your radio station decide to host a debate. Why don't you know a lot of people maybe overseas and so forth. Stephen may know international, know a lot of international people also. Why not bring somebody who is not tied to the partisan politics here?
Because they won't know the issues. They won't
know No. Listen me out. So whoever decides to host this debate, why don't you provide the question, but you have this post as just somebody, you know, like how the parliament in Canada run?
Kenson, we are in agreement with you now. We want a debate. But as the politicians are the ones who will say no.
But that's why I was saying, Stephen.
And most often, they are the politicians who are in government who are the one who normally say no.
But that is why I was saying before I went on a tangent there, that it comes down to the people.
Yes, correct.
It comes down to the people because the people decide this is what we want. They have to comply.
Yep.
And if the people decide, okay, you don't want to debate, you don't want to let us know exactly what you want to bring and so forth. Okay, we're not gonna vote for you.
Yeah, but that's never gonna happen. You will be long.
But that's the point. That is the point, Stephen. Exactly my point. And that is why I raised the point a while ago about raising the standard of our thinking and how we vote.
There are very good reasons why St. Vincent is where it is at. Very reasons.
Oh yes. Okay. But I'll tell you this, Stephen. And Spencer Buddy, I'm going to disagree with you this morning. For me, you know what will make Ralph lose a debate? His ego. Yeah, anytime he feels like whatever he has done is being attacked. I remember 2015, you know, when he spoke about he said anybody who stands against his policies, he didn't say the policies of the party, the policies of the government, his policies, even if it's the day of election, he will make sure to deal with you and your family, because he knows that the fact that you stand against his policies, you're not going to vote for him.
Yeah.
So his policy, the moment you touch anything that he thinks or perceives, it's his baby, he's going to lose it. And this is where now, if people sit down, and I always tell people this, Stephen and Bing, listen to a speech of the Prime Minister live, you will clap, you will lose your mind because he can put you in that state. He's a good speaker. You can't run from that. And he is one of the best politicians the Caribbean has ever seen. Yep. Anybody who says differently, they have to be dumb.
Yep.
And I'll say this before I continue. My two favorite politicians in the world are Putin and Ralph. Because of my, no, for real, because of my sociological background. I don't hide it. I've been saying this for years. And you know why they interest me?
Because you can't get them out of office.
No. You know, but all that too. You know why it interests me? You know why it interests me? From a purely sociological and philosophical standpoint. Because it is interesting to see how these, you know, the textbook things that you'll see in sociology, Bing and Stephen, you see them play out in front of your eyes. It's fascinating.
Yep. That's true. Good point.
It is fascinating.
Yes, it is. Yep.
So, when I say this, people may misunderstand, but I don't care. I'm saying it from a purely sociological standpoint. But when it comes to leadership, then there's the crux of the matter.
Yes.
Ralph could never walk in the shoes of Friday as a leader. Never.
And why would you
And
say
again, let me say.
But he leads his party.
Yeah,
Friday has led his party, right? Correct? And look at the decision he made about with Wiley in Mespel, for example.
But you remember a while ago, Stephen.
Yes.
One of you talk about his. I think it was you. His leadership style, maybe. You know.
Correct.
For me too, I think sometimes being more assertive and so forth is good, but. You know, we like to talk about hypocrisy, and the last thing you do to divert from what people think or perceive that you must do seems like hypocrisy. So, yeah, it's a fine and thin line. So, again, just like back in, I think it was 84 when Mitchell...
I want to disagree.
You can't run a government by having a meeting to have a meeting and that.
I want to disagree with you. I think, right, that you have to, first of all, if you're in politics, you're in politics to win. You have to decide what it is that wins. Okay, what wins in our part of the world? A strong, decisive leadership that makes decisions and brings the people or the people
more so in the Caribbean,
especially so in the Caribbean, right? You don't get a Friday type of leader. Right? You don't see where have you seen that as being successful in the Caribbean, where it's a person who discusses and chats and
let me say something, and let me bring it especially home.
Sure.
It is because of where our politics had degraded to.
Yeah, and you have to deal with what's in front of you.
I agree. No, I agree. But no, I am just saying, the fact that we have to be saying this now, that leaders like Friday, you know what I mean, that we don't see this type of politics in St. Vincent and so forth, right? It's a testament to where we have degenerated to. And that is the sad part of this
been like that. Mitchell was no different.
And incidentally, Mr. Moses was similar to Friday, which is quite interesting.
And this is the thing, you see how we end up in dictatorship?
Yep.
That's what and that is my point. Because everything.
That's what we want. We want strong
in what way?
Well, that's the point. Strong,
forceful personalities. But that's my point. Because and it comes back to the issue of the debate, where I said I disagree with Spencer. Because when he is talking about Alika coming up against Ralph and Alika, no. That is for persons who are looking for a show.
Absolutely correct.
Not for substance.
Not for substance, agreed.
And I can guarantee you, Ralph cannot stand up to Friday and substance. He will
make it interesting because it's very different personalities.
Exactly, Stephen. And that is why I'm interested in seeing it too.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact, and you see it in Parliament plenty, the moment, or even again in interviews and so forth, the moment Ralph cannot control the narrative,
gets upset.
He gets antsy. You remember the interview with this lady and
about Liat? Yes, remember?
Yes,
yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
He gets antsy, and
angry.
That exactly, and then he starts to go off the rails.
But look at this, right? On the other side, though, Kenson, right, with strong leaders, right, who are like, Gonsalves have not done it, but Mitchell have won all 15 seats.
Yeah.
Keith Mitchell have won all 15 seats. All powerful leaders. Mayor Motley have won all 15 seats.
Hold on, Bing.
These are not strong.
Steven, you have on a helmet?
Go ahead, Kenson.
You have on some kind of armor, because when Bing starts to talk about that winning election with all the seats, careful, some big stone and things start to come through them windows there, because that is one thing that somebody cannot get, and you hurt them every time they hear it. Remember, Mitchell had tipped with that.
We know Gonsalves will not do that. That's one thing that he will never get done.
We know that. And every time you bring it up, I'm looking to see if I get a scratch in your head. Be careful.
No, I don't think so, because the reality is, right, Ralph has been very successful because he's also been very divisive.
Very,
very divisive, right? I don't think Mitchell was as divisive.
No, he wasn't.
Right?
He wasn't.
I don't see that happening. When you look at what has happened in terms of popular vote and so on over the years, you'll see where the NDP went and where they were and so on too. And you realize that there's a way. But you can also make a very strong case that Ralph has been a far more effective leader if you judge leadership by the ability to win elections.
And that alone.
There's no second place. There's no second place.
Exactly. Exactly, I agree. And so that's where it is, right? Because I wouldn't go down the road of explaining the 9 points to socialism and so forth by Christoph.
But where else in the Western Hemisphere you've got one leader consecutively being in power for 20...
About to be 25 years.
About to be 25
I'll tell you something.
Where else? Unless it's Cuba or Venezuela or something like that. Where else?
There was the same Ralph Gonsalves once said, and not him alone, other politicians have said it. Only a fool will be in power and lose an election.
That's correct. I did hear that. Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Always keep that at the back of your head.
Because you have the power of the
Exactly.
state. You control all the resources of the state.
Exactly, Stephen.
Right. So you could say what
and
you correctly said,
broken.
Ralph has been an amazingly successful politician.
So then what is going to happen? He's gonna what is going to happen? We're gonna have one prime minister until he dies.
Probably.
No, well, he wishes that. But here's the thing, Stephen.
That's crazy, Stephen.
Why?
That's Stephen.
Because
that's crazy.
Why, if that's what the people
Stephen,
want? Sorry,
that's the point, Stephen. That's the point. Because here's the thing. When an incumbent leader going into an election, the only thing he can bring to you is, if you move me, who's going to pay a light bill? When you can't pay a light bill, who are going to come to buy a gas?
And it works.
Exactly, Stephen.
Works in this country.
Come on, you're getting my point.
You've been trained mentally.
You're getting my point.
Mentally trained in that
But
way.
that is exactly. So why do you think I brought up Christoph just now?
How are you going to change that? You think that is easy to change? That's generations of change.
Exactly, Stephen.
Exactly.
But before you go, Stephen, I want to talk about the prime thing.
Before you go,
I want to leave Stephen.
Yeah, the talks.
Are you getting a talk?
Well, let me tell you something, Stephen. You see those talks? They have been in St. Vincent maybe about 6-7 years now.
I heard they've been here a while.
I can tell you they have.
Some of them are a little bit rusty.
As a matter of fact, yes. And they was taught just like the black tanks for them.
Oh gosh, that's
same thing with them.
Oh man, that's wickedness.
Some years ago, about 2 years ago, Camilo had come out with them when they had just started the Prime Talk. You remember Camilo taking some pictures with them?
I hear you get big money from Prime too, you know.
Me?
Yeah.
Boy, I wish. Watch me. If I had Prime money, Bing couldn't talk to me. I would have smacked him in the road.
But she didn't still talk to him, so I don't know that.
Alright, buddy. Thank you.
And I want to just give me 1 second with this thing. Stephen, I want to correct you on something.
Sure.
Prime didn't start before COVID. It started in COVID.
Oh, it did.
And I remember.
Started before.
Bing, you remember we had a fight up with that when I was talking about instead of giving the money to people now starting up businesses in that economic climate, it was better to invest in the business already. The businesses already established and help them. It was during that time. But hey, it is interesting that when people started questioning who were getting the money, Prime suddenly went dark.
Yep.
So we don't know who got. We don't know how much they got. And there is no way of tracking this money to know how these people are doing.
Correct.
And there was a big confusion about the list.
I remember you saw a list of names, you know.
Yes, there's
and
a
I
big
said, well,
confusion.
hold on, hey, look at this
There's
list.
a big confusion.
There seems to be a lot of Labour Party people getting it. I remember saying that, and then everybody was getting defensive. And then
And a whole set of people from England are gone. Have a good morning with all your 4 shops while we say our mall. Have a good morning.
Oh, Jesus, a mall. Oh my goodness gracious! What a time!
Oh Lord!
What a time it is this morning.
Yeah, maybe somebody said Luther will sing a song about the tuk-tuks.
The tuk-tuks?
Yeah, for the year, because he's.
So you really think Luther will give up his? Well, he don't have a choice.
He doesn't have a choice. His papa will decide.
Yeah, if Big Red decide that he wants him to come back and run.
Yeah. He doesn't have a choice.
He won't have a choice.
He doesn't have a choice.
But what do you think of the Luther chances, though?
I think Luther would actually give. And this will be, some people will feel very strongly about this, right, or against me. I think Luther has a better chance to win than Luke.
Really?
In that constituency, yes. Yeah. Likability matters, right? And the reality is, some people love Luke, but a lot of people don't like Luke. A lot of people do not like Luke, right? Whereas people, I've never heard anybody say a negative thing about Luther. The only thing I have with Luther is his damn pants foot. But seriously, who has an issue with Luther? The same I would make that argue with my friend Fitz up in Toronto. Right? And I've always argued that Fitz would have a better chance of winning by a bigger margin.
Much bigger.
In East St. George, right? Than Camilo. I mean, people like Fitz. He's a likable personality.
And let's go to
Luther
North
is a
Leeward.
likable personality.
Let's go to North Leeward.
I don't know Troy well enough to say I don't know him, but in reading his articles, he seems like a man who is very interested and dedicated in his community. And he seems like a man of substance. And he seems to have a fair amount of support and genuine interest in his community. And I think that's the kind of person you want running for you if you want to win in a constituency. So I think the NDP should run. Troy.
The structure that the
else.
NDP have where you go through this long process.
At the end of the day, right, we go back to the type of leadership again that you want, right? Again, to me, what you are doing is you're electing the captain of a team. And not much stronger than that, actually. You're electing the person who you're going to hold accountable. You're not going to hold Camilo Gonsalves accountable for the performance of the government. You're not holding Jimmy Prince accountable. The person you're holding accountable is Ralph Gonsalves. Is Ralph to this, Ralph to that. Ralph is great, Ralph is crap. That's where it comes from. And that is the reality. So if you're going to do that, you think, did Mitchell go through a process and appoint people? Thank you very much. Remember, you always tell that story about North Leeward? Calder Williams, he go up there, had a candidate, and the people said, no, we want Calder. They say, okay, you gone, goodbye.
Yeah, Calder.
Right. And I don't have an issue with that being, because we pretend too much that local candidates matter. Local candidates matter at the fringes, not in overall, I don't think. Right? I think it's certain in the fringes they matter. But ultimately what really matters is who's going to be a prime minister. And it's Ralph and Friday. And if that's going to happen, then Friday should put his foot down and say, no, this person is running. I don't give a crap about your process. Your process is bringing me crap candidates. What happened to your process? By the way, hold on. What was the process with Coke de Silva? Wasn't Coke de Silva the person put forward? And didn't Friday go up there and then meet with a few people and say, oh, sorry, they want Wiley? So you could say Friday did what Mitchell did. How did that work out? Turned out to be a pretty awful decision. However, had Wiley won, we would have been saying today that Friday is an amazing human being for making that decision, correct?
No, but that's what it's said. But we also heard information that people also came out in support of Coke de Silva. Caller, good morning, you're live.
This question is for Stephen.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about the Prime Minister not going to Canada in all these years? What's your opinion on that?
I think that I'm sure he has his reasons. What you're really going back to is the rape and sexual assault allegations, right? And the alleged rumor that he can't go to Canada. First of all, he can go to Canada. He travels on a diplomatic passport, so he can go to Canada if he wants to. He must have his reasons. He must have his reasons why he has chosen not to go to Canada. I don't know what those reasons are, and I'm not going to speculate about this. The reality is that we've had several elections since those allegations, right? Several elections. And that is not an issue for Vincentians, by and large.
Yeah.
Those allegations at that time.
But don't the people in Canada, shouldn't they expect some representation from
No, absolutely not. They don't vote. No, I want to listen. All of you who live overseas, you've heard me say this. Two things. Anybody who lives overseas, unless you own land here or your children are here, mind your own damn business and stay out of our politics. That's the first thing. All they cost me. All they cost me.
You see why you don't
every year he would have the meeting in Brooklyn. And it's only a 1 hour flight from JFK to Pearson's in Toronto.
Yes.
And he can't go over there.
Don't say he can't. Say he choose not to. He choose not to.
That's
go.
his decision. Well, you tell us why he's not going. Are you privy to why he's not going?
He choose not to go. He choose not to go.
Someone said it
No.
because
Hold on.
they're going to embarrass him over there.
Who will embarrass him?
The people who show up with placards and protest over you accused of sexual assault?
But they don't show up in Brooklyn when you go in Brooklyn to have a meeting and protest.
They get costs.
I don't know.
We don't know. Let us don't speculate here.
That's his choice, his decision.
We don't.
By the way,
thank you.
Thank you very much.
But it's quite interesting.
By the way, I also have another thing. I want people over 65 to stop voting too, to be banned from voting too.
People over 65 to ban
over 65 ban us from voting. Once we get there.
Stupid. Why should they not be able to vote?
Because allowing those of us who are at that certain age. I'm now for 61.
Yes.
I have one more election to vote. After that, I should be banned from voting.
Why?
Because the reality is, the people who tend to vote are older people. All right. Go ahead, take the call.
Caller, good morning. Let's talk quick before this stupid idiot come and make nonsense. So you go and say, caller, good morning.
Ding, behave yourself. Stephen, I kind of agree with you with that 65 thing there, no, but I can't.
Well, I could tell you why, Max. I could justify it.
Max, please don't encourage that.
Max, let me justify it, right? No, hold on, Max. Max, you are living in the United States, right? The United States is a prime example of the issue that happens here. Those who are 65 and older vote in huge numbers compared to those who are 18 to 25.
Right.
Therefore, the politicians cater. Their resources and everything are catered towards those who are 65 and over. The health care, the Medicaid, the Medicaid, all these kind of things are catered in the United States to those older groups because they have a hugely disproportionate influence. So you're spending much more of your resources focused on old people who are going to drop dead within 10 to 15 to 20 years versus the young people who have a whole life ahead of them because the young people have no influence.
So what are you saying?
Stop us voting. When you hit 65, don't vote.
You don't matter?
You don't matter much. You're closer to dying. Who matters
nonsense
more?
saying?
Hold on. Who matters more?
You.
Hold on. Who matters more? You, at let's say you're 60 years old, or your son, let's say who's 20 years old. Who matters more for the future?
We both matter.
No, you don't. You don't matter as much. You don't matter as much. Max, go ahead. Sorry.
Max, talk to me before they turn off this stupid mic.
Go ahead, Max.
Here, why I agree to an extent that you can't slight the senior citizens because the senior citizen is the foundation that we are now building on. Now, we had a union vote maybe last year, and a guy who was retired, he's retired now, was part of the negotiating team, and he was trying to convince people to take a $1 raise over a $5 raise. I said, yo, when are you going to retire?
Yep.
He said next year. I said, so how can you talk for me?
Yep. Thank you, sir.
Now we are in a recession today. He's on a fixed income.
Yep.
The $1 he got, his life is already adjusted for that. So
Max, that's different. Max,
no, it's not different. It's exactly the problem.
Max, what are you saying about the people who would have contributed to this country?
And the time for them to go home, they're going to die. What the hell is wrong with you?
What are you saying about the people who have made us, who have put in the hard work?
So you should take from what you are doing is you're taking from the future generations. Is what you're doing to satisfy yourself for your last 10 or 15 years of your life.
Bing, you ignore the first part of my presentation. Bing, you ignore the first part of my presentation and say we should not ignore them.
They're not being ignored. I just don't want them to have a disproportionate influence.
Stephen wants us to ignore them.
I don't want you to ignore them. I want them to stop having a disproportionate influence, Bing. That's what I want.
But they don't have a disproportionate.
They do, Bing. Look at the voting rates of people who are over 65 versus...
But the young people votes are more than the older people.
No, they're not.
Of course they are.
No, it's not Bing. No,
They're
it's
not Bing. That's the point where you're wrong
That's
again.
The
Go and look at the numbers,
people who are
Bing.
coming out of the community college, and those, okay, what is your perception of a young person? At
Okay.
what age?
Excuse me a second.
At what
I'm
age?
talking about 18 to 30. But we've narrowed it down to 18 to 25. You had a young woman in here the other day who worked at a credit union, not at a bank.
At the bank, yes.
Did you see the interest she had in politics, on voting?
Bing.
You don't want to see
But
politics
that
in front
doesn't
of
mean
your
you
face.
should
The most young
take-
people are not interested,
But that doesn't
Bing.
mean you should take that right away from them.
I don't want to. I want to take the right away from the people who are 65 and older.
Bing, if you know how much young people, if you know how much young people right now are begging to vote.
Yeah.
Just so they not
Not
vote.
interested because they don't know what happens to them. They
Literally
don't
begging,
understand.
But Stephen have a valid point. But what I wanted to touch on also, you mentioned something yesterday.
So that means people like the Prime Minister shouldn't vote then?
That's correct.
Man,
You shouldn't
listen,
vote.
man, Bing, listen to me. Listen to me. I am part of a movement.
Legal
right
and Common
now.
shouldn't vote either.
Bing, I'm part of a movement.
Over 65, you can't
Bing,
vote.
listen to me.
Yeah.
Listen to me, Bing. I am part of a movement right now here in Washington, D.C. for Dutchry man like Mitch McConnell.
Thank you.
Dutchry man like Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Them man over 65 are old like in a Congress. I am but
So you're okay taking resources away from the young people.
Right.
You're taking
Man,
resources
and I
from young
How is
people.
that?
You're
How are
good
you
with
taking
that.
it? How are you taking it?
Yo, man, like Mitch McConnell was doing a presentation and forget what he man talk about how Alzheimer's kicking in the man's brain.
Thank you.
Joe Biden, if you look at a statement from Joe Biden, it's not a black girl, his press secretary. Joe Biden don't even remember part
That's
going
insane.
and coming from.
No, but look. Max, let's be honest here, right? Since Bing talking stupidness, I read an article, I think a week or two ago, and I think I mentioned this before, where 7%, I think, of the United States GDP, right? 7%, and I could be wrong on that, but it said 7% is spent on programs for old people.
What's wrong with that?
It is.
Here's what's wrong with it. 0.5% of the GDP is spent on dealing with issues related to young people. 0.5. So you're spending 14 or 15 times as much on old people than young people. Whose bright futures ahead of them? Us old fats? You can't believe because you don't want to think. Because you're selfish. You're only thinking about yourself in your next few years.
But Stephen Haiti shot. Stephen Haiti.
You're the one who thinking about getting rid of old. If you had your way, you put poison on people's water and kill them off.
Only when they're 75.
Only when they're 75.
You should go home.
Expiry date. But Stephen Haiti strategy.
All about this new crowd, please. Somebody come this new crowd.
Max, I think that everybody should have an expiry date. We need to go home at a certain point. You're 75 years old. Go home.
Give them an injection.
Yeah, give me the injection. Let me go home.
Hear the strategy behind that 14% now, Stephen.
Yes.
On paper, we're spending 14%, but in reality,
yes,
a vast majority of that 14% people are dead. So the money going in their pocket.
Yep.
So if you really pay attention, and then just like driver's license.
Max,
I'm excited
so then what? People like you then, what happened to the NIS? With our NIS?
You get your NIS between 65 and 70. The problem with the NIS.
What happened to
the problem with the NIS is people are living too long. That's the problem with the NIS. The NIS was designed to pay you resources, right? To give you a pension for a specific period of time. Let's say 10 years between 65 and 75. It wasn't designed to give you resources from 65 to 85 or 95. That's where your problem comes. We are living too long. So either people have to work more, contribute more, or die. It's real straightforward.
Max, thank you very much. You have a good day, buddy. Remember, Jesus love you, Max.
One last point.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to use all your Bible against all you. The Bible say once a man, twice a child.
Thank you.
Things all you would not allow a child to do, or you can't allow old people to do.
Max,
thank you so
much.
much.
Don't forget to vote, my brother. Thank you very much. I love you, my brother. Don't forget to vote.
He can still vote. He's not above 65.
Jesus Lord. I cannot believe this. But then you see.
Go ahead. What's wrong with it?
We're used to. I'm used to this idiot, right? I'm used to this idiot.
But let's have a debate about it. That's my point. You're afraid to have a debate.
But I am having a debate.
For the vast majority of us, when we get past 75 or 80 or whatever it is, right? The vast majority of us.
Kill us.
We need to go home. We are no longer productive members of your society.
We should not be able to vote.
Can't vote.
That's why they bring COVID.
Well, that didn't work, did it? That didn't work, right?
We
That
should
didn't
not
work.
be able to vote.
Right.
We should not be able to go to the supermarket.
You
We
can
should
go
not be able to get.
I'll tell you something, Let me get cost. Hold on. Let me get cost. Let me get cost.
Good morning. They might agree with you. Some fool might agree.
Good morning to you. I just listen.
Oh, you sound like
an older person.
An older person. Let me hear what you're going to
I
say.
don't care how old I am. Here, the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, and they that dwell therein.
And you're saying this to say?
I'm saying this to say this. We live as long as God speaks. He give us life.
But do you think you should be able to vote?
No, actually, I think it was your parents who gave you life.
Do you
No,
please don't respond to him. Please don't respond to him. Please do not respond to him.
I think your parents had sex and that's how you came about. I don't think it had anything to do with any God. Sorry. As far as I'm aware.
Miss, thank you for calling him Cutlass. Do you think you should be able to vote?
Hold on. You have to say to me, the breath that is in me is God breath in me. You could just suck it up and I drop. Every one of us.
Okay, so let's say God wants you to live to be 90, right?
Well, that is his choice.
That's
You
fine,
can't
but
put
is
it down.
that then okay for you absorbing a lot of the natural resources in the country? Why not? As opposed to younger people.
Why not? Because I put
I'm
in
just
it.
telling you why not. I'm telling you because the younger people is their future and I want them to have a brighter future than you.
But did she put in her future when she was 25?
And she had her future.
Wait. Everybody have a brighter future. It's how you live your life. I could live young and still brighter future and inheritance.
I like that you're an optimist. I think that's great.
Thank you very much. Okay,
Thank
good.
you. I
Thank you very
appreciate the
much.
call.
Listen to me what I have to say. Listen what I have to say. We are talking about when we're 65. That it's time for go home.
Stop voting at 65.
Stop voting.
Yeah, go home at 75.
That ain't the problem of the voting here now. Them people coming overseas.
Yeah.
Do not living here.
I agree with you. That's what I said.
And leaving us in jeopardy.
Thank you. If you don't
Let
listen,
me people them is have to deal with. And hey, my last word, if you want those to 65 stop vote, tell all those who's politicians, step down.
well, that's a good idea. If you're over 70, you shouldn't be running for politics.
Stop engaging him so I can get him out of my station, please.
65, stop down.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I want to get him out of my radio station. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Not you and
Don't tell him nothing about God.
Thank you, I appreciate your praise. Thank you.
Don't tell him nothing about God.
It's nice that you're thinking positive about me. I appreciate
You
it.
heard what he tell you when you told him God gave you life. You heard what he tell you? It's your mother and your father who had sex that gave you life. That's what he said to you. Did you hear that?
I said the nation God have to
Thank you, man.
And as soon as he stumbled to going down the steps, he go and say, "Oh God." Thank you. Hey, you could run by car.
That's correct. You can run by a car. Amen. Hallelujah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes,
Amen.
yes.
Bless you too.
Remember, Jesus loves you. Remember,
Jesus loves you.
Don't bother with this idiot. Thank you very much. I'm not taking him. I'm not entertaining this. None of this nonsense with you. All I know this man. That's why we call him the Cutlass. No, please no.
Big, why are you hanging up on people?
No.
I can't. I have to leave. But why are you hanging up on people?
Because I don't want to engage.
So we can continue this tomorrow then.
Well, that's you.
Okay, let's continue this
I will
debate
stand
tomorrow.
over here and I will just control.
You missed out on the people with the toilet. They were here.
Yeah,
Oh, really? The smart toilet people are here.
They were here.
Excellent,
They were here.
excellent.
They came specifically for you.
Well, listen, I tell you, one, you have experienced that. You are
Shady,
not going back.
why did you
Shady,
bring that up?
Shady.
Why did you bring
you
that
ain't
up?
going back to a normal toilet when you experience.
Shady, why did you bring
You know
up
how
the
nice it
toilet
feels.
then?
You know how nice. You know how
They came because they said, "Where is Steve?
after you have a shower, right? How you feel? Imagine how your backside feels after that. When you did all this horrible thing. It's a wonderful experience.
As soon as the man walked, he said, "Where's the Cutlass?"
Highly recommend it. I told you, this is a wonderful product. It's a wonder. Have you experienced this yet?
No, I haven't.
Well, this is your problem.
I haven't.
Here's what smart toilets are doing wrong.
What smart toilet doing wrong? That's what
yes,
you
here's
just
what
said.
they're doing. The company, I mean.
Oh, the company. Yeah.
Right. They need to put They need to put a few of those toilets in certain places.
Heritage Square.
So, for example, right? No, listen. I told them, right? I want some of those in Musty Company offices.
Right.
Right. you think about it now. My staff are going to go in there. We've got maybe 40 people in Kingston office, right? Who are going to use this product, and they're going to love it. I'm telling you. All those 40 people, 80% of them, I bet, are going to go and buy them for their house. That's what you call good marketing, right? You put them in certain places, let people experience for themselves. Until you have had it. I was like you. Had I not gone to South Korea, I'd have saw a stripper. The first time I was that's kind of strange and weird.
And this is
and
coming from a man.
Nice. You know,
This is
like
coming
this.
from a man who said 1 to 75 years old, you should be your life should be taken away from you.
Okay, you want to go 80? What year you want? Let's pick a year. Right? And
You don't find out caller with this idiot. Yeah,
And then I
talk
got
to him,
it.
and then he gone. Look, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Dave.
Good morning.
Hey, so I've heard the conversation about youth, and it's really interesting to me. And I heard Stephen say this before. How could the young lady came on one time and she mentioned that the young people are interested in entrepreneurship and interested in making money and so forth, right? So my thing is, how could young people be so interested in entrepreneurship and making money and have such low interest in politics?
Well, so.
And have such low interest in discussing the pertinent issues that are affecting their nation.
But I can tell you why. Connor, you know why that is? Because us older folks, and certainly those who are in opposition, have done a very poor job of making young people understand the linkages between who you elect and what happens to your economy. What happens to your job opportunities? I think that is where the failure is. Young people have not. When we had that young lady in here the other day, she could not equate that her future and the economic future of this country depends upon who's running the country.
She knew absolutely
So
nothing.
that's my opinion. What do you think? Why do you think it's causing that?
Mm-hmm. And this is the thing, and it comes back to education and awareness.
Yeah.
And as I listen to it really comes down to this. And Max made a good point as well. And by the way, my name is Andrew Prince. I was born in St. Vincent, grew up there till age 18. So,
sorry, repeat your name again.
Prince, you one who got the tennis scholarship?
Yes, correct.
Was the
Okay,
engineer?
cool. You're not related to Troy.
No, he's an engineer.
Oh, you're an engineer? Okay, great.
Really, I don't know if being Troy related, but it could be, but I don't know. My grandfather had a lot of kids, and I really don't know.
Okay.
But it's possible, but I do not know if we are related, but it's possible.
Okay.
But anyway, so the reality is it comes down to awareness. Usually when things are not going well with you financially or in anything, relationships or otherwise, it's usually because of something that you don't know.
Yes.
It comes down to a level of awareness.
Yes.
And I think most of the young people in St. Vincent, because they're not being properly educated, and as Stephen said, that the people are not being, the politicians are not doing a good job of linking that, their pain points to what they need to know. Okay, there's a reason why education is so important.
Critical.
And of course, if you have a terrible educational system, which I understand we do have in St. Vincent right now, school in St. Vincent is not like it used to be. The things that and for the 21st century, you have to be much more aware than we had to be back then. You have to consume information. You have to be a voracious reader. You have to know what's going on in your country.
And the
you have to understand the money game. So all these kids going to school and graduating and getting certificates, and the certificate is not even worth the paper that it's on because they don't even understand the game that they're entering.
Absolutely.
You go to school, you get a degree in whatever you get the degree in. And you're going to enter this game called economics and the money game. And you don't even understand the major components of how it works. You don't even understand the players, the major players in the game who have impact on your ability to make a living. You understand? You need to first understand that, number one, there's 4 ways to make money. And here's some education for you guys if you never got it in school, because they don't teach this stuff in school. There's 4 ways to make money, whether it's illegal or legal. One, you could be an employee. 2, you could be self-employed. 3, you could be a business owner. 4, you could be an investor. Okay? That's just how it goes. So if you know, I didn't get this education going to school, so I'm so happy that I learned and I figured this stuff out. But you need to know this, and you need to know who impact. And that's why in the United States, business owners have so much tax breaks. Because as a business owner, if you understand the system, business owners are basically in partnership with the government. They help the government to raise a lot of tax revenue by building big businesses and employing a lot of people. Quite frankly, you could build one. You can build one company, one business that could employ every single person in St. Vincent. Walmart alone has over 2 million plus employees. One company. You understand? I was just talking to an African CEO the other day. I mean, he asked me where I was from. I told him. He said, "Yeah, that's a small company here. That's one person."
That's reality.
He said one person could build one company and employ every single person in St. Vincent.
You see, you use the
So
term.
why do we have so much economical challenges? Because number one, I believe that we don't have leaders that actually care. We gotta have leaders that actually care, and we have to have leaders that are willing to do as the job, the work, go in the communities, educate people, and lay the foundation. It's not gonna be easy.
Yeah, but Caller, here's your problem, right? With that great idea. The problem is politicians want to win, and they want to win the next election. They're not thinking about 15 or 20 years down the road. And the reality is the required changes, and I agree with you 100%. I've spoken about that on this program numerous times before. I give books to my kids called How Money Works, which I highly recommend to anybody. But the point is,
that book is actually from my company, by the way.
The point is, right, that the politicians' interests is misaligned with the country's interest. The country's interest is thinking about 20, 30, and 40 years down the road. The politician's interest is thinking about the next election.
5 years.
So there's no way a politician invested in quote-unquote education, right? The impact of that is 15 years away, maybe 20 in your society. It's not tomorrow. It's not short term. So you have to have then elect leaders that genuinely care about what is going to happen in the future. Our education system, in my view, is extremely poor, right? Because it's still based upon what we did 50 years ago, memorization and regurgitation. It is not based upon learning. There's no concept of basic economics, how money works. You know, when a child asks me about when I have a conversation with a 15-year-old and they're talking about a credit card and they don't understand a credit card is simply a short-term loan with very high interest rates. They don't even understand what interest rates means. That it's simply I'm lending you something and you're paying me a little extra for using what's mine. They don't understand simple things like this. So, my friend, we're 100% online with you there.
All right, caller. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We gotta go. All right. Let's catch you tomorrow morning.
That's a wonderful caller, and I'm hoping that he will call more often and make those kind of contributions. It's nice to hear sensible, intelligent, educated people.
We always have that kind of discussion.
We do it, most of our callers. The problem is the people who are in the studio.
Why you picking on Shady for? Shady, here we go.
Shady, you're not the issue, buddy.
Shady, go to the top and play a song for him.
You're not
go
yet,
to the
and
top
I gone.
Play a song for him. Give woman money. That's it. Go to the top and play a song for him. Give woman money. That's the song. Let's do this and come right back.
Blazing on the air at 106.9 FM.
What does this button do? Lord, have mercy.
On your phone or device at tunein.com or on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Boom SVG 1069.
The number one morning show in the SVG.
Morning.
OMG in the morning.
Come on now.
If you want to get a good wife, okay, do 5 things for your wife. If you want your wife to respect you, do 5 things for your wife. Oh yeah, number 1, always give your wife money. Number 2, don't forget to give her money. Number 3, okay, keep giving her money. Number 4, don't go out without giving money. Number 5, if the money finish, go and borrow money. Because women, they like money. If you don't get money, no follow woman. Women, if you want your husband to be the best, listen to me. Any woman will go do this one, your husband go love you till he die. If you want to get the best husband, do 2 things for your man. Men, we know they greedy. Now 2 things we want for marriage. Number 1, don't ever love your husband. Now mad woman, 9 they love a man. No woman can ever love a man. Now man get rights to love woman. Even inside Bible, he did here. That's why Bible tell man to say, he say, man, love your wife. Papa Bishop, she no be so. You know say woman, love your husband. You say, man, love your wife. Your food, you know they make us joy you. You will know who cook pass you. Caring we don't need. You know they put money for our pockets. The thing where man need, give your man respect. Respect your husband. If he say sit down, madam sit down. If he say run, madam they run. If he say disappear, madam disappear. The second thing you go do for man, that one go make man increase. Any woman will do this one, your husband go love you till he die. Avoid our phone, oh. You dey hear me? Leave our phone alone, oh. Don't be your papa by the phone. Leave our phone for us. Before thunder, go fire you. That thing where you dey find for the phone, I swear, it dey inside. And if you see him, now you go cry. If you cry finish, you go your papa.
OMG in the morning.
Shady boy, you like you start that over. You start it over again. Some requests on my phone for that again, boy. Maybe one more time, then we get into some scripts and then we get into commercial break. There you go. Let me mix it back over.
To get a good wife, Oga, do 5 things for your wife. If you want your wife to respect you, do 5 things for your wife. Oh yeah, number 1, always give your wife money. Number 2, don't forget to give her money. Number 3, Oga, keep giving her money. Number 4, don't go out without giving money. Number 5, if the money finish, go and borrow money. Because women, they like money. If you don't get money, no follow woman. Women, if you want your husband to be the best, listen to me. Any woman will go do this one, your husband go love you till he die. If you want to get the best husband, do 2 things for your man. Men, we know they greedy. Now 2 things we want for marriage. Number 1, don't ever love your husband. Now mad woman, 9 they love a man. No woman can ever love a man. Now man get rights to love woman. Even inside Bible, he did here. That's why Bible tell man to say, he say, man, love your wife. Papa Bishop, she no be so. You know say woman, love your husband. You say, man, love your wife. Your food, you know they make us joy you. You will know who cook pass you. Caring we don't need. You know they put money for our pockets. The thing where man need, give your man respect. Respect your husband. If he say sit down, madam sit down. If he say run, madam they run. If he say disappear, madam disappear. The second thing you go do for man, that one go make man increase. Any woman will do this one, your husband go love you till he die. Avoid our phone, oh. You dey hear me?
Leave our phones alone, that's what he's saying.
Don't be your papa by the phone. Leave our phone for us. Before thunder, go fire you. That's it.
Don't violate our phone, your man's phone, and you'll get money.
If you see him, now you go cry. If you cry finish, you go your papa.
Well, boy, this song causing some confusion. Winston saying you have to follow up that song with Problem Child Isaac Hunt. Oh my goodness, we got Star Push opening the door talking about where that song is. Yo, if I tell you where that song came from, Give your wife money. Hey, good morning to my buddy Shadow. Shadow, you're a good, decent, upstanding citizen in this country. And you will do what I know what is right. All right? Remember, at SVG Tires, they have a special on tires. Buy a regular price and get the fourth one for free. Visit their stores today in Kingston. Telephone them at 457-1467 or in Annisville 6456-6444. Shallow boy, give your wife money. Give your wife money. If you don't give your wife money, borrow money to give your wife money. Money is good for wife, oh. And woman, respect your husband. Hey, listen, embrace the future of education with KCCU EdTech. Head back to school hassle-free with financial support from $3,000 to $5,000. Enjoy super low interest rates and manageable monthly payment. Invest in your dreams today and pave the way for a brighter tomorrow. Hey, and listen, Flo is saying Flo want to give you back some money. They want to give you money, oh. Flo is giving money. Flo say cash back. In other words, money back, oh. With Flo this September, Flo is giving you all your money back. That's right. Pay off your bill right now. Be one of the lucky customers and get back your money, oh. That's what Flo is saying. You could get your money, oh. Flo say every week. Visit Flo store, pay your bill online, and get your money back. You can also do it at Flo Partner stores and get your money back. Just get back your money from Flo. You can get money from Flo to give your wife money. And if you don't have money, go to Flo and get your money. Get your money, oh. That's what Flo is saying. That's from Flo. That is from Flo. Hey, listen, Woodsy's this Independence is coming up on the 28th of Independence, the day after Independence. Woodsy is having a massive event called The Real Back in Time with the legendary Too Cool Chris. Back in Time, Vincy Independence Party. Yeah, that's on Saturday, the 28th of October. Yeah, remember, wear your national colors. Yeah, music by the legendary Too Cool Chris, DJ Nips, DJ Instinct, DJ Gary the Genius, and other New York City top DJs. Tickets are $20 now. You're gonna pay more at the door, and when the $20 tickets are finished, the price will go up. So you want to get those limited $20 tickets. Limited tickets, all right? Miss this one and blame yourself, yeah? So make sure you jump in. And the alumni of the North Union Secondary School by Woodsy is still continuing. Yeah, the alumni, remember, they came in here and they spoke to us about it. The week of activities continues. Today is Wednesday. So wait, today's the beach and cookout thing. Yeah. So yeah, what kind of thing are you? Yeah, well, I enjoy 1 to 3 today.
Pick it up.
You go pick it up? Yeah. It's only $100. Today's the thing. The Beach and River Lime cookout. Yeah, the man today are cooking goat and all kind of macaque. You know, macaque fish. Yeah, today's the thing for that. Tomorrow it's the karaoke. Not tomorrow. On Friday they have their big karaoke. That's $50. And on Saturday the big gala on the 30th, $200 for that. Yeah, support the bar. The bar will be rock solid. Complimentary drink served at each event. So today the Beach and River Cook, there will be you get a free drink when you go to that today. Make sure you do not miss it. Yeah, and you might want to walk with your wife or You might want to do that for sure. Hey, listen, Hotel Alexandrina, if you're looking for that ultimate destination for relaxation and exceptional flavors, look no further than Hotel Alexandrina Culture Bar and Grill in Prospect. Join them Monday to Saturday from 3 p.m. for the dining experience like no other. Discover their mouth-watering menu, vibrant ambience, and intention hospitality. Mouth-watering menu. I just said that. Yeah, come on, Big. What's going on with you? Studying the macaque and the river cook thing. You can call Hotel Alexandrina right now at 456-9788, or you can check them out at the Grill today. That's from 3 o'clock. They will be open. Make sure you go and check them out. Why not? You want to do that? Yeah? If you don't do that, you will be stupid. And another man will give your wife money. And then you will lose your wife. Oh, and we don't want that to happen around here. Yeah? We're good people. Decent, upstanding citizen in this country. Let's see. We're going to take a commercial break. High maintenance woman. Go make your... Hey, as the man them they say, should they say that? It's George. They say the comments on the live them sweet like diabetes. Oh Lord, can you say where you bring Joseph know about macaque? Yo, man, a bad man. I'm a countryman, you know. Macaque sauce. Listen to me. Listen, Kenson. In case you didn't know, I've said it several times before. Okay, I bring Joseph. Okay. James Mitchell have 3 big daughters, okay? All them married and had children. And all of those girls that James Mitchell have, only are girl children. Only girl children the husband could have given them. And the real bad man went in and gave him a grandson. So, who is the bad man here? We tell about if I know about macaque sauce, eh? Yo, what is your cancer? Eh? Cancer, what does do you, boy? What does do you? Eh? Cancer, what you do you? Eh? And because of that, why you think he named his son James Mitchell? Eh? How you look at me, really? Hey, listen, the fair, I think the event that took place yesterday at, let me just make sure I get the information right, okay? At KBC, what's it called? Oh God, the fair. What's the fair called now? The what?
The Sanders Fair?
No, man. It's a Sanders thing, but the job fair, yeah, took place yesterday, and I think it continues, yeah, today as well. I think they're trying to unemploy that Sanders is doing a job fair to look for. They're looking for 500 to 700 workers, and they should go out. Listen, guys, if you're looking for a job, you want a job, and you're serious about getting a job, go and take your resume, right? Please go to the Kingston Baptist Church today. Continues from yesterday. Take your resume. They're looking for 500 to 700 workers, and by the way they're going, I'm sure they're looking for more. All right, so make sure you go and check them out. They have in their jobs fair, which will continue today. All right, so you do that. I tell you, that's a major project. That's a big project that's coming, that's going to be part of our economy. And you heard yesterday when we spoke to Dr. Keyshawn Shallow of the Cricket West Indies board. That's what they call it, not the West Indies Cricket Board, but Cricket West Indies. The president, Dr. Keyshawn Vincentian, so proud to say Vincentian, that the T20 World Cup will be coming to the Caribbean, and the Wayne St. Vincent will be getting at least 4 games, and Sandals will be open, you know, and with Sandals being open, that's one of the reasons why we're getting 4 games. All right, Sandals have given them more or less a guarantee that they will be open. So if you need a job, all the training will be taking place. Please go and to the jobs fair and take your resume and make yourself available to get a work. Don't sit at home and say you can't find a work, think hard, and you can't get on to do. You have to get up and you make the first move. What's that?
I think I have to pass there.
You are passing?
Yeah.
Yeah. They might need a DJ. Yeah, they're going to need a DJ. Yeah.
Pastor?
It's not pastor. You're so ridiculous. Hey, let me see. Where is it? Where's it at? Let's start with that. Tell them more about it, yeah? Let's start with that. Find it. Put it in. Let's start with them. Let's tell you more about the jobs fair. I've been put on by Sandals. Major. It's not just a Caribbean resort, it's an international resort. And it's in St. Vincent. We've seen photographs of this project all over social media. And when you look at it, you can't believe that this is in St. Vincent. I don't care what anybody say. I don't care which political party you support. If you can't look at that and see that that is a major investment that is now in our economy, it ain't going away. It's now here. And if you oppose that and you get into government, we're going to tell them close down because you ain't like the project. Project is here, you know. So make sure you found it. You found it? Yeah. Let's go. We'll take a quick comment. What's that? My keyboard. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. You know. I don't know what he's talking about. What's this saying? Does the 500 to 700 workers include ones they send overseas for training? Well, the only way we'll know is if we go, all right? So let's tell you more and come right back. Let's take this quick break and come right back. Let's go straight in.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Join us for a Sandals Resorts Job Fair, September 26th to 29th, 2023 at Kingstown Baptist Church, opposite Gardens Gate, Old Montrose from 8 a.m. to 3.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact Live. Party.
Always wanted a motorcycle, but they've been too expensive. I pass in on my way to work and then boom, I see courts of motorcycles outside. I'm excited. I get up one day, I go down, I spoke to this guy. I think his name was Sheena, this short, chubby little guy, you know. I purchased 2 bikes so far. It was the 150 SL and the 250 Dragon. This blue, beautiful AKT TT Dragon. This is my baby. I call her Becky. She gives me the best ride ever. My name is Storyboy Nick and I live to ride my AKT.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Your vision is our mission at Kurtz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.kurtzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. Up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Kurtz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in-store for details.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact live. Party from home. Subscribe, follow, send us your voice notes. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or call us live in studio. Be where the world is going. Stay home and connect online. Boom 1069, IKTV. Join the evolution. It's all about you. Connect now.
Discover new Guinness Smooth. Perfectly balanced for a smooth, refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth.
Your vision is our mission at Kurtz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.kurtzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. Up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Kurtz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in-store for details.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Keep calm. We're online now. Thousands of local content for your viewing pleasure. Live. Boom. IKTV. Tune in. Get interactive. Get involved with WhatsApp or Instagram. Interact live. Party from home. Subscribe, follow, send us your voice notes. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or call us live in studio. Be where the world is going. Stay home and connect online. Boom 1069, IKTV. Join the evolution. It's all about you. Connect now.
Menu. Our menu is a treasure trove of flavors, offering an extensive selection of wines, liquors, cocktails, mocktails, shots, mouth-watering dishes, and so much more. Discover the true essence of Vincentian hospitality at its finest. Visit us in Prospect or call 456-9788 to secure your table today. Hotel Alexandrina's Culture Bar and Grill, where flavors come to life.
The shopping event of the year is here. The Crazy Sale is back and better than ever with 4 days of massive savings. Save up to 75% off. Yes, you heard right. 75% off selected items. Choose from windows,
What you gonna do when the rain is coming down? Nothing more to do when there's no one else around. Bring it back to the middle, push, take it back to the rhythm. Keep it up for good when the sky's falling down. All you gotta do is to bring it to the ground. Hit it up to your inner mouth. Stop, start.
mark your calendars. It's time to head to Carez and save big. Terms and conditions apply.
The National Lotteries Authority introduces the Lotto app
for all Android and iPhones. Your free download available at NLASVG.com. Whether at home, work, or simply having fun, get all NLA game results at your fingertips. View all draws of the National Knowledge Authority on your handset or tablet with the user-friendly Lotto app. Download today at NLASVG.com. The Lotto app.
Let's check in with the doc and look at things with a wider lens. Pastor Richards on OMG.
There's a reason why we're bringing Doc on this early this morning, because he's quite busy this morning, but he's quite committed as well to what he does here. And, I said, even though it's 10 minutes, you got to come on and let me play his voice. So, good morning to you, Doc. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Bing. How are you doing?
I'm all right. I like your background there. You changed up your background a bit?
It's the same office, just different angle,
Okay.
I can't sit in the same angle all the time, so, just change
Okay. I like the plans and what's not you got behind there. Looks good. Looks good.
The presentation helps, Bing.
Oh, yeah. Image is everything. I keep telling my staff that all the time, Doc. Image is everything. It helps.
And people come and they sit in your office and they want to feel a certain ambience and feel relaxed. Especially when you're counseling, they want to feel like, I could sit here and talk all day.
Yes,
you understand?
Yes.
Yeah, Bing, there's a couple of things because regrettably I have to run. A number of things that you guys touched on this morning. I really don't know where to start because it's just a short. But the sandals thing, you mentioned that, and I appreciate you giving it a little bit of a push beyond what you. I know that they're running an ad on your station, right?
Yes, we've got some ads running from them.
Right, but you give it a goodwill push, which you tend to do for a number of things. Whether it was quotes this morning with your own jingle on that song, I'll come to that just now. But you gave quotes a little jingle there, free. I'm not sure they're paying you for that, so it was good. The sandals thing, I don't want to launch too deep there, but I've watched that company with critical eyes because I'm seeing them up close now. So I want all of the Vincentians to hear this. Because of my proximity, let me put it that way, because of my proximity to their staff, to their key people, and what they're doing, their organizational effort. I've been watching and assessing, and I have to say, and this is not just because of yesterday's job fair, which I thought was successfully run, but everything leading up to it. That organization did dot their I's and they crossed their T's. Not a shabby organization at all. I was very impressed. I could give a lot of details, but I won't. But I've watched.
Can you at least tell us what the turnouts have been like?
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's just one day into this is the second day. So you would expect that the first day in would be quite a significant turnout. But I think they're very well organized in how they're managing it. Contrary to what I would have expected, however, because I've seen like when they did the cruise ship job fair or whatever, I saw for days, I saw lines upon lines of people standing in the hot sun. You're not getting this with sandals. They're providing tents and chairs and fans and everything outside. It's a class organization from what I am seeing, truly. Providing snacks for people who show up for an interview. Come on. It's just, but you would think that, that there would be lines upon lines upon lines around the block, but you're not seeing that. So I'm wondering if the word has not gotten out sufficiently, or I am wondering if there's not much of a, you hear all the time unemployment, and you have an organization like Sandals come in here you would think that, I mean, the lines would wrap around the block if there's such demand and people are so desperate, whether for cleaning jobs or taxi or weddings or decoration, flower, landscape. Ras John, you're probably already lined up. So many different categories. In the main interview area, I think I saw about 12 or 14 different tables set up to interview people for different subsect in the jobs. Whether it's a cleaner or laundry or whatever. I mean, it is so stratified. A lot of opportunities are there being. So I would think that hundreds upon hundreds of people who are quote unquote unemployed will be looking for an opportunity. So it's either of two things: either that the word is not getting out sufficiently, or that we don't have quite that reservoir or pool of unemployed people demanding what.
Doc, can I speculate as well and say that, because I saw comments in the live that maybe people are looking down on some of these types of jobs, that because we're not a service oriented country, this is the first time we get in an international brand like Sanders coming to St. Vincent, unlike places like Barbados or St. Lucia, where it's service oriented, and maybe we may be looking down on some of these things.
You think there's any merit to that, though? Personally?
I wonder.
Oh, Ben, what's it? Okay, all right. Let's be empirical. What's the cruise ship industry? What do you do when you get employed on the cruise ship?
Oh, and the work is much harder.
Yeah. The cleaning of the toilets, the serving of tables, the mopping up, the sweeping, I mean, the folding, the laundry, same things. You do the same, but you wrap around the block for cruise ship. I don't understand that argument that, it's because it's service, people don't want it, because clearly when we had the job thing there for cruise ship, people really turned out for. And you talk about menial jobs. Not all of the cruise ship jobs are entertainment and piano and guitar and being supervisors. The lion's share, and West Indians.
Winston is saying the cruise ship work is pay in US dollars, and also plus there's no expense really when you're on the cruise ship. I am just speculating, and I don't know why persons will not want to grab up this opportunity.
People are grabbing it up. They were full yesterday. Okay, that's all. They were full yesterday. They were full yesterday. I'm just saying it was well organized. You didn't see people wrapped around the block, which in a place where unemployment, where the narrative is that unemployment is just off the charts as a narrative. If that is the case, then you would see desperation reflected whenever there's a job fair with an organization like Sandals, and you're not seeing all I'm saying is that you're not seeing that level of desperation. You're seeing organization, you're seeing people drop in and submit their whatever documents they need to submit. Very, very orderly setup. You come in with your ID, with your other documents, and they present the computers out in there. They take all of that information. Then you sit and wait. Then you get called around for stage 2 and then stage 3. By the time you get to the interview table, you have already filled out a lot of documents. All of that is already entered. It's amazing. All of that is already entered in their data. By the time you sit down, everything is printed out for the interviewer. I mean, I am impressed if this is what they're bringing to the table, and if that is going to spill over into their service operation here, and if this is how Sandals does stuff, I am telling you, for a critical guy, I look for things like these, how things operate. I am very impressed with Sandals for what I've seen so far. I heard Stephen jabbing at me this morning. So on that, we are glad to be available. And Stephen has been here. Did Stephen tell you that he was here at church?
No.
Did he ever tell you that?
No, really?
In the church, in the sanctuary, did he tell you how much he loved it?
I can't believe I find that.
Yes, yeah. And it was the shortest sermon I ever preached. And Stephen, because I mean, you know, you don't want to bore him. I think it was for a baby dedication or something, and so he came and it was short and sweet, and he commended the facility, the organization, everything. He highly commended it. So I was shocked that he was a little bit surprised that entities would want to utilize the very institution that he commended so highly. It's not a shock though. With the I don't want to promote too much, but you know, it's the ambience, the space, the facilities that's available. You know, people are gravitating towards it. So I rejected the argument that he used, and he put it in your mouth, and he said, "Bing, why are you saying that? What you throw some crumbs and pastor can't be that easy to win over or something like that, Bing." Now, Bing, you didn't say anything like that, did you?
No, I didn't. Of course.
So he just put the words in your mouth. I didn't have much to do with that angle of it. Okay, so it's a facility. Don't read anything into it, people out there. It's just a facility, and by and large, the people that use it do not deal with me. So just don't read too much into it. The other thing, because Bing, you have anything else to say on that Sandals thing?
But with regards to the use of the building, because I think there should be a separation between the building and the church itself. So, is it available for use, and how is it done?
Okay, I think where we have okay, if you notice the type of events that are held here, like a job fair, that is a community that is beneficial to the community. And so again, people don't ever call me. Well, I shouldn't say ever. Maybe 1% of the time they will call me about using the facility, because I am not the guy. I handle the word, I preach the word, I do the counseling and all of that. I that's not my calling to deal with the facility. There's someone that handles that. Sometimes if I want to know what's happening in the facility, I ask that person. But for community events like that, the Taiwanese, again, you know, they come here, and a lot of the stuff that they're doing, empowering women, creating job opportunities or training people for jobs. Bing, you know about that. People you know have been here being supported by the Taiwanese. And when they are such making such endeavors to help our country and to help our community and to help our state, of course they can have that event here. Come on. So it's a community type event. The number of school graduations, they're now gravitating towards using the Kingston Baptist Church Hall because of the space, parking, amenities, like I said, washroom, big factors I found out, and our washrooms are on point. You know, so you know, we are high on tech. So media, screens and song equipment and song and all of that. I mean, it's on point. Being you've seen it. It's on point. So a number of schools are choosing to use this for graduation. Again, that's community. That's community. So you would find that for events like these, we would not have a problem. Although this is a church, remember, Bing, church is not building. The building facilitates where the church gathers. Church is the people. The people are the basic axis of Kingston Baptist Church. We meet at this building. But when we have community events, when we did the volcano thing, a lot of people came here for a number of reasons during the volcanic eruption. Again, that's community. So the building is not just to clap and praise and sing and read psalms and give sermons. The building is used for stuff that is beneficial to the community being. So I'm very, very glad that you asked that. But the building and the church, two different things altogether. The church really is the people. A building cannot be a church. A building facilitates where the church gathers.
Someone is asking, how do you get to use the building? Someone just messaged me on my phone. And
Being private
Oh,
message me,
function.
private message me. I will give them the number for the facility coordinator. I mean it when I said I don't know half the things that happen here. I mean, I see them when they happen, but I don't take on, scheduling or vetting or whatever. The facility organizer administrator is well trained to know that no, this event can't happen. If it's a concert, you're very likely not going to get a concert done here, or some money raising thing or something. You're going to get a no. But if it is something that is beneficial to the community, yes, we see how we can facilitate you. It's a lovely space that can be used for that kind of. I'm not here to blow the trumpet and all of that, but for conferences, we have had planning, Ministry of Planning, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, a lot of the ministries that would come and utilize the space. It's amenable. It's a good space to use. Being if anybody needs the facility manager's number, that can be made available. I can give it to you, can give it to them, or people have my number. If you call me, I'll give you the facility manager's number.
Are you getting a good endorsement from George? He said the KBC building and facilities are phenomenal. So
it's truly a beautiful. Ask Stephen. He was here and he was like, wow. He was just like, wow. Ask Stephen when he comes on, and ask him how he enjoyed the short sermon.
Nyla John is asking if a fundraising brunch and award can be held. I think that's for an NGO organization. I guess you're gonna have to call direct.
Non-profit, not for profit. We are very supportive. We are very, very supportive of stuff that builds community. Always ask yourself before you even come to us: is this like I'm gonna produce an event to make money? Don't even bother call. That's gonna be a no. Okay, that will be a no. Is it something that is beneficial to the community? Is it not for profit? Is it something that builds people? Is it a conference that builds organization? That will probably get a yes. Is it for schools? Schools always, once we're able to accommodate them. We already have people calling ahead since June, July to book for school graduation next year, because the facility is used a lot, so they wanted to ensure, and quite a number of schools have actually booked their dates for the use of the facility next year. But again, with good reason being, away from town, parking available, air conditioned right through, beautiful ambience, but toilet facilities, bathroom. People love it so much that guess where a lot of people take pictures and post them on Facebook. That's how much they love it. Somebody said the number one thing that sells a building and a facility is fantastic bathroom facilities. So our team, not me, our team invested in, especially the female washroom. Oh my word, they invested in making that thing like. You almost want to set up a table and dine there. I'm sorry, but they set that thing up like if it was meant for you to live.
Adriana King is saying good sound system. I guess she's been there.
Yes, Adriana. By the way, Adriana put up a really nice post the other day on teachers. I wish that she would repeat that post. I thought that was really, and she put one up when she was in convent school also. Very, very pleasing to see. You reflect on where you came from in your early formation in education, and I thought that was really pleasant to look back on. But the sound system again, if you're gonna have a conference, I didn't mean to go down this road this morning, but if you're gonna have being the American ambassador was here, a resident in Barbados was here at the facility just about 2 months ago, and she was absolutely blown away. She wrote a personal letter of commendation. That is really, really high commendation indeed. The organize. So yeah, everything, you multimedia. You want to use multimedia. You want to go to a place where you could have everything synced with your live streaming, your overhead projection, your song, your table mics, your podium mics, everything.
All right, I know where to send the bill now, Doc. Okay, so that's enough of that promotion now. So maybe I can.
I didn't intend to go down there, Bing.
Maybe we can start discussing.
Where I intended to go down is that song that you played, man. Bing, that song is. I agree with Stephen here. It's disgusting.
What?
I make no apologies. The song is.
You're gonna have to say why. You're gonna have to say
Bing,
why.
the song is disgusting, and I think you are gonna hear from women. If women's organization are on their game, you will get a letter from some women organization.
You do not believe that husbands should give their wives money?
That song is derogatory. It paints
Yes
woman.
or no?
I mean, whether it was meant to be in jest, you don't make jokes. Then you don't paint women as gold diggers like that. No, you don't do that.
You do not believe that a man's responsibility is to take care of his wife and to give
money. When you
money
see a woman, you're supposed to see a woman created in the image of God, a creature capable of love, of nurturing. What you are minimizing woman. You're minimizing woman, man. Come on. My mother just raised me. All right. And the love that she infused in me and the respect for people being, come on. And all of the things women bring, hard-working women in this country, and you play a song like that on your radio?
But Doc, you're not answering the question though. Calm down.
Women all about money?
No. You did you hear what the song said? Give your wife money. 5 things a man
all
must
she wants
do.
is money. That is a
5
caricature.
things a man must do.
Money.
A 5 thing a man must do.
Bing, it is the derogatory, Bing. Accept it, Bing. It is derogatory. It is demeaning. It is disrespectful of women.
I guess it's based on interpretation, Doc. That's your interpretation of it.
Okay. And that is the thing that has happened, that we have come to the point where we accept garbage.
Like I said,
we have been so desensitized. We have become so desensitized that garbage becomes something that is palatable. And that song is garbage. Open a garbage dump and drop it in there and never see it again. That song is garbage, Bing. It is garbage. You might not like me coming on your station and saying this. The song is garbage. That a husband shouldn't love his wife?
But where did you hear that in the song? Where did you hear that in the song?
Bing, then the song say, just give them money. Just give them. And they're going to love you. Just give them money. A woman just to be bought and sold. What kind of prostitute? You're turning. Bing, come on, man. Are the woman in your life?
So I understand now.
Are the prostitutes?
I was wondering why were you taking it? It's
money. Just give them money. You'll get what you want. Give them money.
Of what the song was saying, though.
Bing, don't play the song. Shady, don't play the song again. It is offensive.
Doc, it is your interpretation of what the song was. You see, and this is the thing. I remember once you and Luther had it out about a song that Luther wrote and performed.
And he wrote a song on me because of that.
Yes, and then he subsequently wrote another one on you because of your interpretation of it. It is how you interpret it. What was
okay? Help me to interpret this. Just give them money, and you'll get all you want.
No. That's not what it said. He said,
what did the song say?
A man's job. 5 things a man should do. 1, give your wife money. 2,
give them money.
Give your wife
3,
money.
Give them money. 4, give them money. 5, give them money.
To give them money. 5. And what is it? Which woman you think will be against that?
Bing. Listen to me. Let me tell you what's more valuable to a woman than money. Care. Learn that. Attention. Learn that. Time. Learn that. A lot of people out there, when you study love languages of women, money is not in the love language.
But the
touch
song did
and
not
affection.
Anyway,
respect. You want to know what to give a woman. I am just telling you. Ask any woman. Women will tell you that they want that even more. Men want sex. Women want care and attention and love and time and appreciation and affection. Women want these things. And when you have these dumbed down songs, dumbing down what a woman wants, the young boys out there listening that don't get an appreciation for what a woman really wants. And they're learning just give her money. And therefore, she is starved of the things that she really needs. Give her love. The song say no. Give her care. Give her attention. Give her the time of the day. Listen to her. And then she has a people and a woman go on and on and on. Listen, 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 the woman. And that's what men can't do. Money doesn't solve everything. Money does not solve everything. You give them money, and you figure you have to. No, man, that's wrong. That song is garbage.
Dr.
That song
Richard,
is
my
garbage.
pastor,
Garbage.
It's a song. It's a song.
It's
song.
garbage.
It's a creative piece.
It offends me. It's garbage. It is garbage.
It is a creative.
Shady, the song is garbage.
And this is not the first time that you have been offended by creative pieces that are done by artists. So that's fine. That's fine. I understand that. I understand that.
And that's the thing. We have gotten to the point. The Overton window. Somebody go look up what is meant by the Overton window, and you will get what I'm saying. Overton. Just like how I said it, Overton. Look it up. What's the Overton window? The Overton window explains what is happening here. You would never thought that a society would get to the point where we so vehemently and strongly defend what is blatantly wrong. But the Overton window explains how over time society has been dumbed down to where they will not only eat up garbage, but put out the plate and say, give us more. And I'm watching it happening before my very eyes. You can't, now not just this, but a lot of things are just messed up and stink in this society. You dare not get up and say, but it's because we have been so dumbed down that we accept it. And not only do we accept it, but we strongly defend it. You want me to give you a list? We are defending wrong. Isaiah 5:20 says, we will get to a point where we call that which is right, wrong, and we will call that which is wrong, right. And I'm watching it before my very eyes. That song is wrong. And I shouldn't be the one coming on radio. It's the women's organizations in this country that should have their ear to the ground and stand up and defend women. That song is garbage, man. And I overstayed my time. I got to go.
Enjoy the rest of your day, Doc. It's raining outside. I hope you don't get wet.
I'll go in the rain. It's okay.
Thank you.
My apologies if I came over too strongly, but I don't apologize for my content.
That's Dr. Richard. Thank you very much.
I do not apologize for my content. I do not apologize for my content.
I allow Doc to rant because with creativity, it's interpretation. And several times we've heard artists speak about this, that an artist will do a piece, a creative piece of painting, and put it on the wall, and several different people will go and they'll stand up in front of that painting and they will interpret it in different ways. Well, that's Dr. Richard's interpretation of what he heard. And that's fine. That is fine. You know, there are people who will see things and they will see it differently. There are people who will hear things and they will hear it differently, and they will interpret it differently. There will be several interpretations of the same thing by different people. Remember, it is an interpretation. It is not one of the commandments. It is not a part of our constitution. I don't want to hit back at my past this morning. I'll leave it right there. Shady, Let's go, buddy. It's raining outside. We're going to have a great day today. We've been begging for the rain. It's been hot. And my friend Kensu will not, I don't know how you feel because he don't believe in global warming and all these things. but we're getting some rain, Kensu boy. We're getting some rain, buddy. Winston Jambo Young said, it's comedy. Lighten up, folks. It's just a song. Alicia said, ask Pastor if PM have a right to call people. I'm not going to get into that. You see, it's interpretation, you know, and it's from and it's how you interpret things. And those of you who are in support of what Doc said, that's fine. That's your interpretation. That's how you have interpreted it. I listened to the song and I liked it because I thought it was funny. You know, I thought it was a funny piece of art to me. Again, to say there, let us defend life the same way, because we have so many songs about murders and robbing. That's what Ken to say. It's art. And by the way, the guy who did the song is a comedian, and it's a piece of his work. I remember there was a big bacchanal one year with Luther did a song, and Pastor went in hard at him, and Luther said, "This is my work. This is I'm an artist, you know. I'm an artist." And the next year, Luther did a song on Pastor for that. But listen, it's just art, Doc. Don't get an aneurysm for that, you know. It's just art. You know, we all know. If we are to go on everything, on every song that we hear on this radio station, well, we will not be able to play any song at all, because everyone will interpret every single song that we play here. Every single song that we play here. Everyone will have a different interpretation of what is being said in the song. No matter if it's a Jim Reeves, someone will have a different interpretation of it. You will have a Stephen Joachim. If we play a gospel song, who will say that we shouldn't play that? No matter what you play, like I said, it's a piece of art that's hanging on a wall that an artist have done, a creative artist who have done a piece of painting, abstract work, and 10 people will go and stand up in front of that, and 10 people will see 10 different things. I see something else, Doc sees something else, and that's fine. The country belongs to him too, as it belongs to me. All right? Have yourself a great day, folks. We're going until tomorrow. Love you.
Reliability and professional services that can give you a peace of mind? Look no further than Amalgamated Security Services, your cash in transit experts. Don't let the things that are important to you stay unsecured. Contact us at 784-456-4824 or visit us in our